Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Alright guys, welcome to 30k day Splatter Day special. It's good to see you all guys. Flat thumbs and early happy Flatter Day. It is Flatter Day in Australia, so there are reasons. Let me just check my comms in order. 111 of you waiting. Well, I'll take that as a good sign. 111, the times of day that presents itself. And that's a clear marker for manifestation, guys. That is manifesting this reality, which we are all doing, because the outside world is just a mirror of you, how you perceive reality or how you feel. Okay, the outside world will respond in kind. It's a mirror of you. So 111 indeed, Monica. So it's good to see you all, guys. Thanks for joining. Let me just check my comms are in order. My laptop hasn't woken up yet. Thank you all for joining. Everything sounds super fantastic. So yeah, exciting show lines up for you tonight, guys. To me, okay, from this came to me in an epiphany moment. This did, and to be honest with you guys, I think it's a real smoking gun for their bullshittery, guys. When I present and show you what I've found, I couldn't believe that I'd missed this earlier. I thought, fucking how clear, you know, the lampposts, guys, okay? The unbelievable narrative of millions of secret little helpers lighting up these highly dangerous gas lamps of the whole of Christendom every single dusk and every single dawn when they out them all again, every single day for hundreds of years. Okay, but apparently before 1807, before all this shit went down, lampposts, brand new, gas lit, okay, before all this shit went down, apparently there's no such thing as lampposts in reality, guys. Okay, apparently, according to the official narrative. Well, we'll have to look into antiquities depictions and find out whether this is accurate. But apparently, I don't know how they managed to see, but we'll look into the narrative, which is quite insane, guys. Okay, to me, it's a smoking gun. To me, it's a definite that they have been gaslighting us on a monumental level. Okay, I can prove to you, I've proved over and over again that atmospheric Antiquotech electricity was used in this realm, okay, post-reset, okay, probably taken out around the 1900 mark so they could bring in their social engineers, two sides of the, you know, the opposition or the dialectic, Tesla and Edison, okay, but before then, okay, we had atmospheric electricity. Okay, we had Antiquotech, we had Technasmia, we had all sorts of technologies, Aquatech, all of these things have been taken out of reality now. Okay, guys. So yeah, we'll look into that, which I find quite mind blowing. Okay, how much I actually missed, but now I'll be looking, you know, ever much more for lampposts in antiquity. So bullshit narrative. The other sort of gaslighting I want to talk about. Okay, guys. Now, we may have all encountered this, okay? Because when I read out the psychological clues for you're being gaslit, okay? So this could be a family member, this could be a spouse, this could be just a general person in your life. If you haven't got it now, I can guarantee you at some stage in your life you have encountered a narcissistic, psychopathic person, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you markers and tips of how to identify a narcissistic person. What you find with this narrative is exactly what the government are doing to us. And they've done it for hundreds of years. They're just gaslighting the public. Where did the phrase gaslighting come from? A 1944 movie where a psychopath gaslights a poor young lady using a gaslight. Now, when I followed the narrative through, okay, this is a clear code and a clear marker of fuckery, guys, on a monumental scale, especially concerning the narrative of the gaslight. Okay, now when I show you, it makes no sense. Okay, it is stupid in the extreme. Okay, and I'll show you why it's stupid. The official narrative. All of these narratives on Wikipedia and everywhere else, these are recent arrivals, you know, come with the internet. Okay, and let me tell you, the photographic journal and record for any of this lamppostiness arriving is really, really inadequate. And the lamplighters, the millions of secret little helpers that apparently helped light all of the lights, okay, some of them are massive, some of them are 50 foot in the air, every single dusk, okay, there must be millions of these people for the whole of Christendom, guys, okay. So flat thumbs to all. Now, I've got an early Flat Today show because basically I need my attention drawn tomorrow because I've conference call, some business like Saturday or Flat Today. So basically I don't know what time I'm going to wrap it up, and I don't know, if I'm going to be clear of mind to do a Flat Today special. So I'm going to do it today, okay, for 30,000 subscribers. Not bad for an Ely boy, I would say, okay. We've had a few famous people from Ely, Robbo, the world champion boxer, Steve Robinson. We've had Shakin' Stevens, okay. Yeah, Behind the Green Door, social engineering, knobhead. But we've had a few famous people anyway. But not saying I'm famous, okay. I could do tap dancing at 150,000 on YouTube. That don't mean shit, or a silly dance, okay. They get massive views anyway. Truth, well, that's another thing. But 30,000 subscribers I'm very grateful for, along with the other subscribers on all the other channels. It's getting quite juicy. Some people are yearning at fucking last, but not through trial and error and losing everything and gaining it back again. It's like a game of snakes and ladders is YouTube. You get to a certain point and then you get taken out and then you have to start all over again if you're up to it, because sometimes it could break you and you're like, I can't do this all over again. It's just I've put so much into it and now I got to start all over again. So and to get start all over again with this new channel on Matt and Lika, which is only like 16 months old, something like that, after I got hacked, is now to 30,000 subscribers. It's just absolutely stunning. So I'm going to share as well. Okay, we've got plenty in this. It's going to be a roller coaster ride of information, plenty of clues, big clue in the first bit anyway. You'll see when I show you. Loads of decodes, basically etymologically wise, and we're going to have a look at the Wombles codes. Now, Flat Earth British think tank has got like a Bletchley. I mean, we've got like a people who decipher. Okay, so we got people trying to decipher this. This is a definite code, guys, and when I show you later on, you're going to go, oh shit, they are telling us fucking everything in this 1970s BBC children's program, which we, if you lived in Britain, had got brainwashed with it. I mean, it's constantly everything is remember you're a womble, okay, which could be interpreted as womb bell, or indeed one bell, but bell is in it anyway, and womb. So I think there's a clue there. Some crazy depictions, curio. We're going to look at basically a giant Tatarian building, a monster hospital in my city, which is a derelict. I may have shown it a couple of years ago. I'll have to non-break and enter and go and look at this place at some stage. But Whitchurch Hospital in Cardiff is absolutely massive. I should know. I study these mental institutions across America, across the plane. This place is specifically monstrous, and it looks like a Starfort, red brick, lots of clues, okay, and you can't get any record of this thing actually being built at Parry in 1903. No shit Sherlock, or any of it. No shit Sherlock. So welcome one and all. Thank you so much for 30,000 subscriber day. Okay, let's have a little fucking epic. We are epic. That doesn't go. That doesn't go. Let's have a round of applause, okay? I don't know what that means. That might mean something. Clap. I don't know. That might be something to do with the Phoenician paradigm as well. Clapping. They do it a lot, don't they? Especially in their, their theatre-y like arty stuff. So, excuse me. Let's pin a few of you before and say hi to a few of you. Welcome all. It's almost, it's 420 of you watching now. Make sure to please share this the fuck out, please. This is truth we're talking about. It's deep red pills in this, guys. Okay, I'm just about to absolutely fucking demolish a smoking gun. One of the things that we missed, the old lampposts, guys. The old lampposts. When I grew up, okay, we had these really unusual wrought iron, really, steel, real hard steel lampposts. The gas lamps, they say. Now, I'm not denying we had gas lamps or the remainders of them when I was a child, which was half a century ago. Plus, in the caravans, we always had these gas mantles. Really fucking dangerous. One almost killed my mother as a child, and my grandfather had a psychic experience where he was sat in a chair. Something told him, his guardian angel, you better go upstairs and check Carol. He runs upstairs, and the mantle is dripping, and it's going to land on my mother and kill her. Okay? These things were fucking deadly. Okay, mantles, gaslighting, when you lit it, it had a propensity to fucking go bang and take out an entire street. Does this make any sense for antiquity? Does it go with any of these great structures? Because I don't think so. Anyway, so you had these two sort of bits of metal sticking up the sides, and you used to be able to stick a rope over and swing around them when you were a kid. Okay, this was a thing we did in Britain with these old lampposts. But these old lampposts are replicated across antiquity. Some are still left. And I'm finding that there's a big fucking psyop with this lamppost. Apparently, there's 1,500 gas lights still in use in London today, and a team that goes around and lights them all. Okay, now, they may have had the gas light to some extent after 1900 for maybe a few years, okay, until electric was officially rolled out, first electrified city, in Buffalo, apparently, first electrified building, the JP Morgan Bank in New York, all these official narratives for the first electrified place, and all these electric power plants along the River Erie, the whole narrative with Upper New York State and Edison and Tesla, okay? Forget about all of that. They were just taking existing technologies, as we have already proved, okay, guys? No. I just swallowed my hair. I am human. Good to see you, my friends. Lovely to see you all, actually, as always. And it's been a fantastic week, actually. It's with, talking about the Stanfords, probably using some water Wi-Fi technology, which I think is a thing. Okay, because it resonates. And we talked about them looking for somebody. Lee, Flat Earth British. Hi, Lee. Another Lee, Flat Earth British. I watched about half of his Vanna vlog prior to this show. And he was thinking that this funny thought, Lee does have funny thoughts, Lee, Flat Earth British subscriber channel, is if they were testing for a specific DNA, specific blood group, or chosen ones, or something else, okay, trying to find somebody. He suggested that maybe they had to find these specific people because the nanoparticle technology that is in the vaccine could act as some sort of catalyst, okay, that if you're a specific sort of person, could actually make you Superman. It's a curious thought, isn't it, guys? But when he said, I'm like, no one is more outlandish in thought, okay, in philosophy than Lee, Flat Earth British. Subscribe to the channel. And nobody else is actually brave enough to put these ideas out there. But when he said, I was like, uh-oh. Actually pictured me flying down the street. I know. So it's good to see you all anyway. So M. Fisher, good to see you, my friend. Lee Claxon, good to see you. Steve Rosen's here as well. Okay. So yeah, this is an early Flat a Day special. What's so special about it? All of it. Stan, Valerie Parks. We've got images of the day, loads of curio, loads to think about, some stuff you never knew before. Teresa, my friend, Hippie Shake, hiya love. Sun, and I know Sophie Montgomery is there. Someone in the chat just said hiya. So hiya, Sophie, love as well. And Free Press 666. The 1888 light poles were lit up by magnetic pole. They also had basically halogen lamps, which were arc lamps. Detroit had one which illuminated the entire center of the city, and other cities as well. But this is around the 1907 mark when you look into it. Basically, amazing technology, but arc lighting. So Sonia Testament, she's lovely, Sonia Testament, isn't she, guys? Doesn't she light up the world with a smile? Martin has closest of red pills. Well, I'd say we were gaining ground. I would say we're giving the Phoenicians a good old fucking kicking, okay, like they deserve. And I'm, not fired up, but I'm really enjoying it. Hi, Mavari. Eddie Kazi, good to see you, my friend. Miss Q, good to see you. Sunshine in the 70s. Teen Eldridge is here. Yeah, I teen old subscriber, many years now. Andrew 73. Glenn, who is in Australia, which is already Flatter Day. So happy Flatter Day, Glenn. Sketchage. Fad Matson. So we could actually be related somewhere along the line, you know, Thad. I was thinking about it. We could, because my family name is Matson, and you're sort of Scandinavian, aren't you, by the look of your Thadiness? So we could actually be related. So Fran Lee, wouldn't that be weird? Anyway, not really. Someone in my chat here lives in Owen, lives in this area where I live. He's like, I'm in Cairo. Like, what the fuck? Mr. Mensa, good to see you. Burrada Brian Evans up in Llanelli. Silver Umbrella, good to see you. Stacey Brownie. I'm also live on Facebook as well. Soon I'll get my other 2 channels back, probably next month or so. There's Lindsay Ashcroft. Hi, Lindsay Love. Leo, I said. Sunsun. Christia Evans, good to see you. And Vlad, the Flat Earth. Andrew McCulkin. I know they were on about this Larkin Rose character. Yeah, apparently he's called out Flat Earthers and he doesn't know shit about shit. And it's rather embarrassing. He won't come to the Flat Earthers. Just rip him a fucking new one. Dealing with intelligent people, you know, this guy's fucking light years behind. They just push by YouTube. Fucking bullshittery like them all. Anyway, Squirrel Sniper. They probably can't stand us. For our juiceness, Jessica. Good. Go and get some fucking juice. Do some fucking work. Lee McCarthy. Moonbeam, good to see you. Ralph Winter. I'm Epic. Squirrel Sniper as well. Rocker's there as well, my friend. As well. Squirrel Sniper, who is absolutely epic at patrolling. Okay. I'm a McVerdick. Who's there? Hopefully, right, Britain or Cardiff, we had basically a lapse in our lockdown age. So apparently you can go out now, right? 4 people at a time, but don't talk to no other fucker. Okay? Nobody takes any notice. Everybody's out just carrying on as normal where I live. It's just all like, what's going on? As it should be, because guess what, guys? Nothing's going on. Okay? The only fucking virus is the television. Okay? They managed to cure the flu, by the way, guys. No one's getting that anymore. Hi, Carlos Russo. There's nothing going on, guys. Okay? It's not about any virus. So there's Rue as well, Queen of Groot, and Lee, Flat Earth British. Say Lee, thanks. Thanks, Lee. I haven't seen the rest of your vlog. Yeah, that'll be later. Okay. Good and philosophical, and I was really enjoying it till that point. Now, let me compose myself. 500 of you watching. Thanks very much. Make sure to share this out if you could. Let's get a nice, big, diverse crowd. Basically, all the poor lonely fuckers out there in the middle of fucking pandemic. Cracking up. Staring at their government-issued suicide kit. Yeah, don't do it. Come a Flat Earth British. We'll sort you right fucking out. Okay? We'll happy you up. So happy hats may be required for this guys, because, you know, like I said, it's famous 30,000 subscribers. I've actually got more than Cardiff City Football Club at this point in time, so that makes me happy. Ka-ching. Anyway, so I'm going to share screen. And I'll come back in a short little while. Fear is contagious. It's the only thing they got against us. It was fear of nuclear war. It's fear of fucking AIDS. Fear of foot and mouth. We were all supposed to have mad cow disease by now because of some fucking infected meat 25 years ago. Just all nutty shit. So get happy hats on, Miss Q. Yeah. We'll get one. It makes you feel a lot better. And flat thumb in it makes you feel awesomely better. It's like strange. So, you got to do it with force, like chi energy, but flat thumb chi energy is a special kind. So warm fuzzy feeling, bring it up through your thumb and go, fucking flat thumbage. Do you feel that? Anyway, let's talk about gaslighting. All of it. I mean, what they do to us, or they do to the public, which is basically the public are suffering with a really weird kind of Stockholm syndrome, extremo. Okay, if they tell them to put their hands in the fire, they'll fucking put their hands in the fire because the television told them. So that's the stage they're at. But this has been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years. And I think they are telling us with the narrative for gaslighting. Wouldn't that be so like them? Freudian slip right in your fucking face. So thanks for Super's Lee Flat Earth British subscriber. And I'm going to share screen and start. So please do share this out and enjoy the show. Happy flatter day. I know it's only a few hours, but by the time this ends, it might be a flat day. So don't even worry. So, let's start here, H. Okay. The official story for I can't see with these shades on. Ow. Okay. It's ridiculous. So in my mind, like, you know, the score is, so somebody has to come around, okay? But what you find in the photographic journal, look for yourself, and Wikipedia, and anywhere else, all you find is people lighting gas lights in this last century just gone. You can't find anything from the Victorian era of this happening. You know, like, it's got a cat. Okay, so I get it, you can go around a lot of streets lighting the gas lights, and look at the mud flooders here in old London. And apparently, you know, somebody with a stick because it's so dangerous, and you got ones right up in the air. Apparently, this is in London too. Okay, they got a boy to do it. So apparently, some have to shinny up a lamppost. Now, imagine as well, right, that you have to, you know, in snow, ice, and I'm guessing you got to take a ladder with you because some of them are really high up. Okay, 1900, yeah. So you would have to do this in incredible speed, because how long does dusk last? Well, on a sort of dirty, grim day like today, not long. But what about ones like this? Okay, all right, you see light bulbs there now. Okay, but these things were supposed to be gas lit. Okay, so you got a guy coming up, and you got the same lights in New York and in St. Petersburg and all of these cities. You get the same style of massive Phoenician lampposts. So they come along with a ladder and do all of these everywhere, every public building, everywhere in the world, every single dusk. And they got to get it done quick, because basically everything could be left in darkness. Okay, so you got to bring your ladder. Okay, this is an engraving, it says. Oh, that does look like rather like a photograph. So yeah, shinny up a really dangerous lamppost with a ladder, possibly blow yourself to oblivion. Okay. This is not ringing true to me, guys. In all weathers, and then the same routine has to be carried out at dawn. Before the light comes, you know, we got to go around. They're not automatic, apparently. You've got to have somebody to go around and turn these taps off on these gas lights. You see? Okay, it's a big operation, guys. Apparently, millions involved. All Santa's little helpers with their ladders going up and land, and you know, hey, Jazz Soldier, good to see you, Mel. It's patrolling wicked as always. So the old ladder, get up there, shinny up this old column, and then light apparently near lethal, highly dangerous gas concoction. Okay. Okay, but like I say, you know, these guys, they're all in like the 1930s and 1920s. You don't get anything from the Victorian era. And I tell you what, they don't even look like fucking gas. That doesn't even look like it. There's that tap to switch it on and off. Okay, so you have to go around at dawn as well. And mind you, know, when you're around at dawn, you don't bump into the alarm lady. Don't know about the alarm lady. Apparently, they hired ladies to shoot at your window with a pea shooter or chuck a stone at your window to wake you up for work because you didn't have an alarm clock. See what I mean? This guy's like in, you know, 1930s lighting a gas lamp. So where's the excuse me, where's the Victorian ones? Oh, I'll look at them later. Excuse me. There's some images of the day. Now, as we have shown on Flat Earth British and associated channels for years now, is they add electricity way before the official narrative. These are 1880 Russian. Okay, now these are not little candles. Okay, nobody climbed up on the Russian icy frigging building and lit a shitload of candles. Okay, this is electricity. And then you got to think about this one on my thumbnail. Now, I literally had to go searching for this because it was in my mind's eye, and I thought, well, I would explain my point clearly if I could get it as my thumbnail. My point is clearly, okay, this is the Kremlin in Russia, and this fascist type thing, this whole getup, this whole thing, to Bolage, this whole getup just to light these, which are apparently gas. And this gas, which has a shit of luminosity, is apparently going to light up this really massive, broad road. Why the road so broad? Just for a horse and a carriage. From the previous reset, guys, for the transport that they had then, which is balloons and God knows what, everything, nothing new under the sun. So illumination way off in the past. We got it in, 1300s. You can get it in Russia in the mid 1800s. This is the Kremlin again. You're not going to climb up on the onion dome of the Kremlin and ram a load of candles on, because that makes no fucking sense, because they would blow out. Same here, just coils of lighting in the courts, or the French courts of Louis XVI, etc. Apparently, this one's here, Queen's visit to Birmingham, illumination of Council House. Okay, and this is from the art gallery where they have electricity. Oh, here, obviously not candles on that giant building in Birmingham, because that makes no sense. Yeah, climbing up here, lighting loads of candles because it's windy and it just blow out. Again, here, Illumination Montreal. Okay, celebrate the fall of Sebastopol. So, the fall of Sebastopol is like probably 60. This is so really early, good 50 years before the official narrative, and they're using a LELAC trickery. And they're using it here as well. Okay, 1866, fully illuminated electricity. Okay, and they're telling us that they're using gaslighting in official narrative, because they are gaslighting. Because the evidence is everywhere in antiquity for electricity being used. Illumination, 1900, electricity. Okay, electricity being used here on the Champ de Mars in the exposition. 1900, full electricity, as most of the expositions, Luna Parks and World's Fairs have. Even further back, electricity out of an obelisk, a gadget for creating electricity, and that's in the 1700s. As you know, Benjamin Franklin was also into electric as well. Okay, and that is 1700s. Here's another one of Russia, fully illuminated, electrified building. So a Star Fort. Okay, so do you think someone climbed up the walls of Star Fort and put loads and loads and loads of little candles around it? No, of course not, because it's fucking electricity, clearly, isn't it? And that's a Star Fort, and that's really early. Okay, and they've taken oil paintings of the Kremlin, which at one time was fully illuminated with electricity. Now, the official narrative is insulting our intelligence, and you can clearly see, okay, that they're gaslighting us. They want us to believe, guys, that before this period we're going to talk about now, early Victorian period, there were no lights anywhere in the world. No city had a lamppost, and the world was all dark and miserable. During the 18th and 19th century, the nights were painfully dim place to be. Apparently, the original lighting in London was so poor that in 1763, that James Boswell was able to have sex with a prostitute under Westminster Bridge. The shadows and the gloom of the... This is a curious narrative for the guy to choose, but we'll go with it. The shadows and the gloom of the pre-electrified world, bullshit, not just provided privacy for Mrs. Boswell's actions, okay, but it was also a haven for crime, as there was no moonlight. People would find their way with personal lanterns, and business owners would sometimes hang lanterns outside their premises. So that was it for antiquities lighting. A lantern, a candle. Yet, we know the buildings that they're building. It's absolutely phenomenal intelligence for these geometric designs and for these buildings. Yet, they have electric lights. It's just bullshit. So, may it come as a surprise to you guys, okay? When was the When was the street lighting first introduced? Now remember, everything that's rolled out in London, the biggest city of the world at this time, is rolled out for the rest of the world. So it happens there first, apparently. Okay. Sex and the City, Teresa, Sex and the City. So the first public street lighting was gas. The gas was a flammable gaseous fuel made from distilling coal. It was demonstrated in Pall Mall, London, in January the 28th, 1807. So before that point, there were no lampposts or no gas lighting anywhere in Christendom, apparently, guys. Anyway, Frederick Albert Windsor lampposts came as a relief to the local canine world because it was pissing on them. Gas street lighting wasn't widely available until the mid-19th century and as late as the 1930s. In London, almost half the street lamps still used gas. And the gas street lamps only illuminated a few feet around the post. So basically, guys, they're shit. The brightest lamps provided less light than the modern 25-watt incandescent lamp and were placed at some distance apart. Generally, darkness lie between each lamp. Doesn't that sound really dodgy and bullshit? Which is probably the perfect excuse for intoxicated Victorian binge drinking to relieve themselves under the cover of the gloom after last orders at Gin Palace, etc. So they just lie down an unbelievable bullshit narrative. And guys, when you look into the photographic journal, there's nothing for this period of the late 1800s of these fucking lamplighters, yeah, which is apparently really lethal. So yeah, they rolled it out until the 1930s, and then it's all gone. Then it goes to electric from available in the mid 19th century, so 1850s up until 1930s. Apparently, we had 80 years of gaslight. Nothing in reality before that. Okay, and incandescent lights. Okay, from Edison and Swan. United Electric Lamp. So that's when, according to the official narrative, Thomas Edison, you all know the story about that, which is bullshit because it was there before. Anyway, so gaslighting, yeah, it comes a bit as a surprise to me, all of this caper, you know, and I thought, I've seen so many of these unbelievable ones, but nothing to prove they were actually gas powered. Anyway, gaslighting is production of artificial light from combustion of gaseous fuel, such as hydrogen, methane, carbon monoxide, propane, butane, acetylene, ethylene, and coal gas. Okay, town gas or natural gas. Now, we had different gas when I was a kid. You could actually kill yourself on gas when I was a child. Then in the 1970s, they said, oh, we just discovered a fuckload of North Sea gas. It's going to last forever. Ka-ching. So we're like, great. So then we had North Sea gas coming out of your cooker. So it smelt a bit different because it didn't smell at all that much, but you couldn't kill yourself on it. In fact, people had their head in the ovens for so long trying to kill themselves. They were, oh, fuck this for a game of soldiers. Lit up a cigarette and, well, boom, you know, victory. They got what they wanted. So, yeah, they changed it when I was a kid. We had other gas, natural gas, when I was a child. Anyway, the light produced either directly by the flame, generally by using special mixtures of illuminated gas to increase brightness, and directly with other components such as gas mantle or limelight, which I've looked into. They're used in theatres, okay, and stages, which is intense illumination created by oxyhydrogen flame, okay, which is apparently really, really dodgy, but it give you a really bright arc, which they used in theatres, apparently in the so-called Victorian era. Before electricity became sufficiently widespread and economical to allow the general public to use, gas was the most popular method for outdoor and indoor lighting in cities and suburbs. Early gas lights were ignited manually, but many later designs were self-igniting. So I guess, why is that guy in the 1930s lighting a lamppost when they say they later on they're self-igniting? Just busted yourself. Make your fucking minds up. Anyway, let's have a look at some of these. So this is in Rakol in Poland. Nice little apparent gas light. And these are some of the lighting technology circa 1900. You got the lighthouse affair, and apparently this is the technology we had. Bullshit. Okay, passes by Marvel, the new gaslighting, London, 1809. Isn't that a curious year as well, 1809, just before the last full reset? Apparently, the splendour in it. Oh, look at our illumination. Before then, we were all bumping into one another in the dark, and we managed to build these massive classical worlds around us and big, massive facades and boulevards in the fucking dark. And this, you could say the same for all of these cities now, guys. The building of Chicago, San Francisco, the building of St. Petersburg. Apparently, all done in darkness. Anyway, it's a typical cartoon showing the dangers of early gaslighting in 1813. Apparently, you light it up and you blow yourself to kingdom come. Baltimore, the first in the US street gaslight. Okay, apparently. Okay, and it's still there. So this is the design sort of thing they had for the whole of Christendom, is this serrated fasces-looking pole, and then you get these two bars. So this is exactly the same in Cardiff as it is in Baltimore. Don't you find that curious? They got identical design for the entire plane. I think that these lampposts were doing something specific, basically real electric lights, and before the reset, and they just replaced the top, said we got gas and we're using that now. Okay, gaslit outdoor fountain, that's a really good one. 1873, 1897. So, gas-lit fountain. Also, they say, church interiors were also gas-lit. So, caravans in Britain as well. I've been on many caravan holiday with these stinking gas lights. So, the lamplighter, okay, which was my CB, Citizen Band radio handle, by the way, was lamplighter. That's why I thought this was a weird vlog to do. I thought that was my handle on CB. Anyway, lamplighter, gas street light in Sweden, 1953, guys, when they got electricity. And there is this limelight that they used on stage, which give you like hydrogen, but it's like massive amounts of beamage, which give you this like green glow or light green glow, which was basically limelight. Okay, hospital laboratory could be lit by dual gas and electric fixture. So it's one or the other, which can one. There's no point having electric and gas. Modern gas and street lighting in Berlin. So, bit of a crossover going on there. And gas train station lamp in Oakworth in Yorkieland. So this is what they all look like when I was a kid. See these two bars? So why would these bars be important? They're not handles or switches. No, these bars here have something to do with the older tech, I guarantee it. And look at that. Yeah, Candelabrum in Prague, 1865, electrified in 1985. So it can be electrified. Rebuilt back as gaslight then in 2012. What? Hang on a minute. So it starts off as electric, basically, isn't it? They're saying, so originally it started off as electric. Then in 1865, they put it back to maybe gas. And then it was electrified in 1985. And then they put it back to gas in 2012. Wow, that's some fuckery right there, guys. 3 gas mantles there in modern use. So you can't see them, but they stink the house out. They're highly dangerous and explode. Some of the early train stations in London, the Underground, some of them used basically, like the one in Trafalgar Square, the methane I heard of poo. You can run lights on natural gas, but the luminosity is woefully inadequate for a large city. Anyway, outpost installation of gas lamps compared to the new electric light in 1878. So these are those things with them white tops on that I was talking about. Well, there's one there. Okay, and that's in Germany. Gaslit hallways of schools in the late 19th century, they say. Poster showing the benefits of gaslighting and heating. Yeah, I'm sure it was really, really good, the gaslighting. So you could have a portable gas light or lamp. Look at that with the big pipe. There's no, when I look into all these photographs, I could show you hundreds in this post, guys, concerning the lamppost, and you don't see any of these big fucking pipes into the, desks and that outside of Wikipedia. Really, really strange. Anyway, just to add insult to injury, because when you're gaslighting and you're a psychopath, they want to really, really rub it in. So apparently, check this out, guys. It was passed to me in my comments. London's last gas lamps. Okay, apparently they have 1,500 street gas lamps. So picture, right? They've got these guys look like the same as any of them weird fuckers that we see working in these military installations and stuff. Dead eyes, not real. So they send an army out, in a pandemic, when you've got an electrified city, just for the sake of ornamental purposes, and with a ladder, 1,500 of them, and here they are here with the gas mantles. Apparently. So, okay, I'm not denying that they're doing this, guys. Giving the benefit of the doubt, they're doing that, they say. But they're just saying or showing you, like they do with their space bullshit and everything else. They're solidifying a story, okay, that they had, these lights, these woefully inadequate lights, the lights they used to build and light these massive, massive so-called Georgian houses, guys. It's just insanity to me, okay? So, yeah, that'll solidify it. 1,500 just left with no need and a crew to put them into life when they can just be electrified. Okay. So, anyway. So, yeah, that's complete bullshittery in the extreme is what I'm thinking. Excuse me. It's just, I don't want it to play. Okay. So, 1910 for that one. Okay, that lamppost. So, in the last century, they're saying all of this stuff's going down. When electricity is clearly... the trams are electric, have been for maybe 20 years in some cities, but they can electrify a tram, but they need a gaslit street. And sends an army out lighting all of these lights up. Really, whatever. Right, let's have a little Lost London, see what it can tell us. These are from the British Library. I haven't seen any of them before, and they're from the Dickensian era, so they're really, really early London, okay? And what you find is a world that was inhabited by giants at some time before us, guys. These gates are not for the people that were only up to here. Okay, this place was inhabited by giants. And Lee suggested on his Vanavlog earlier, we suggested a few times actually, guys, is where we shrunk. Where we shrunk. So this is Temple Bar, unusual place, an entire neighbourhood of London called Temple. I noticed Lee today was in another London borough. What was it, Lee? Was it Temple? One of the London boroughs. But look at this bit of Rome or the Phoenicians for Temple Bar or World London. So, as you can see, they're already all deep in the mud. They say these are Georgian. Some of these built early in the 1800s, late 1700s. It's just insanity. These buildings are so much older. Look at the tops of these windows here. Doors in the air. And Daily News. And there's a castle behind it. I think I may have seen that one before. What you won't get is any people for the biggest city in the world. There's only a few people hanging around. The Old Bell. It's everywhere. How many Bell taverns are there, though, guys? Yeah. I think what they're doing here is, well, you notice a lot in London, Cardiff, all the major cities of Britain now, is they leave the original classical arch or building, and they just put another building up behind it. I have a few examples in this post, which I'll be showing you. So, yeah, so you've got a bit of basically Rome, or what they say, classical world, and in this old, can't even put an age to these blocks of flats, over it. So they're obviously that, it doesn't match that. These are just being built to it, obviously, because that's classical, and this is whatever, fucking British, which has its own flavour of architecture. Look at this. Door in the air, guys. Yeah. Why wouldn't you put it on level and this is snow and ice and stuff? Window, snow comes up to here, covers the windows. Floods down there. Floods down there. Door is obviously a window at some stage. Yeah. It's not the window in there. Wonder what that is. A bell. A bell. So we had a bell to call us in school. All in, a bottle of gin unless you're not playing. Look at these shells over the doors. Doors up in the air. Bottom bits are so ornate. So, Old London, Lost London. All these lower levels, all mud flooders. And parts of the classical world still left, as you can see. Sheesh, look at that. Full on Phoenician. Flowing flowers, everything else, but massive doors, massive entrances, just to go to some forecourt behind a bank. Here's another one. Another, is that a gas light? So a guy would have had to come up here every single night at dusk, light that, and come again at the end of the night to out it for the whole of Christendom. Yeah, they must have had millions of little helpers if this shit really went down. So look at these water features on the side of this building. So as I said, like, you know, these are obviously there before, and this building's been butted up against them. So part of the classical world still around. That looks like a coffin, by the way. In old London. More. Just find this in every city, though, don't you? In Christendom, the entrance, same as in New York, some of these Brooklyn step buildings. So you got the classical entrance, really massive, and all the sunken lower mud flooded levels. Look at this. Just Rome, guys, if you want to call it that. Look at these doors going into this bit here. Just insanity. It's just credible. I bet if you tore that facade back underneath would be red brick. How do, Zach, my brother? Good times for all. Good to see you. Good to see you all, my friends. I'll be back very soon and I'll have a little chat. And you can see me. Check this fucker. Excuse my language. It's terrible, isn't it? Look at this, guys. The tops of the windows are like there. Just tiny little slit. And there. Which is the top, or would have been, of these windows. The rest is underground. You can see that's just top heavy and disproportionate part of Phoenicia. And that must be the window tax. Everywhere in the world. Yeah, that's what it is. Look at old world mud flooded London. Got a bit of Aquatech going on. Look at the little door down there. Absolutely nuts. And what we got here, can't really see that. Something gate. So it's an old Phoenician gate. Statues. They're railing that off. I wonder why. Should draw on it. And everything's all deeply mud flooded. Blocked up windows, window tax. And these, look, that tunnel there looks like it's half buried and missing to me. The arch seems too acute. You know, that it should be a bigger or deeper for something of that cuteness, is what I see anyway. Check it out. It's ridiculous, isn't it? A lot of these railings were taken away in World War II, apparently for the war relief, which is bullshit. What's that say? 72. Yeah, so lost London. And they have just absolutely phenomenally big fireplaces. This one's so big that it hasn't got a fire in it. It's got steps. I thought there were steps as a carpet. That would burn in a fire. 2 Greco-Romano columns, and they've just put chairs in there. But if this is not a fireplace or a steel-plated heater, what would this alcove do? Or what would serve its purpose? Is it a stage? Well, I guess it could be a little stage. I don't know. Anyway, and this is all London as well. Check. I wish I could mag up, but on the top of there, it looks like it's some sort of 5G affair. Looks nothing like the usual Antiquitech we see. Bicycle school, and we got motor cars at that period. Is it? No, horse and carriage. Singers, sewing machines. There's a big aerial or something on top of that building there. Can you see that? With the wire coming off it? It's not a flagpole, is it? Obviously. I wonder what that is. See? Techage. And you get all of these like little lanes in London, go seemingly nowhere. It's like a warren. Apparently, they'll tell you, following the same network as the original. So we're going to look into narcissism. Okay. Now, I'm thinking, or I'm suspecting, that at this time, this period of time, that people are subject to parasitical fuckery. Okay. And it seems, okay, that there's a fuckload of psychopaths out there, guys. Okay, how do you recognize one? Because they can be good liars. Psychopaths can impersonate. They can take people's personalities. So we're going to try and identify, okay, because we've all had these in our lives. Okay, can't deny that, we've had these type of people gaslighting us as a form of psychological abuse. It's bullying, but it goes way beyond that. Okay, it goes way beyond that. And what you find is gaslighting, the term, okay, was used from this film, which is a nice Ingrid Bergman film, okay, with Charles Boyer, where basically, made in the war, 1944, the story is murder and intrigue, but basically he uses a gaslight, okay, and he turns it up and down, and he's doing it through the wall. She thinks that it's ghosts or relative, etc. Angela Lansbury's in it as well. And she starts losing her marbles, and basically she doubts her sanity, and he pushes it, and he pushes her, and he's poisoning her and the rest. The fact is, it's him just making her go mental. No, in my mind, with the social engineers and the Tavistock Institute, making her go mad and using the narrative of gaslight, to me, the penny drops. I think they're definitely telling us here that the history of gaslight in the past is bullshit. So what psychological traits are we looking at for narcissistic peoples? Okay, well, we've all encountered them, and if you are sort of an empathic person, you may not have a good time with these disruptive souls. Okay, so what traits are we looking at? So if you, for example, have a narcissistic partner, for example, what kind of crazy shit will it lay on you and try to make you believe that it's you that's doing it and you're nuts? Okay, if you were paying attention, if you were listening, okay, if you knew how to listen, it's really insulting, that, isn't it? It's time to go fuck off. Someone said that to me. We talked about this, don't you remember? So they doubt their memory. Don't you remember when we were going? So they, gaslighting again. Number 5. I guess I'll have to repeat myself since you can't remember. So I'm playing games with your head again. 6. You need to learn to communicate better. Yeah. You're being irrational. Don't you think you're overreacting? I think they all fucking say that, these knacks, Oh, you're just oversensitive. Fuck me if I had a quid for every time somebody said that to me. Oh, you're too emotional. Nearly everybody I know have said that to me. But not saying everybody I know is a knack. I'm just saying nearly everybody I know says, oh, Matt, you're so sensitive. Why did you get so emotional? Fucking because. You can't take a joke. Oh, you're so thin-skinned. You always jump to the wrong conclusion. Stop taking everything I say so seriously. Can you hear yourself? I criticize you because I like you. You're the only person I have these problems with. You're reading too much into this. I'm not arguing, I'm discussing. I know what you're thinking. You should have known that this was not a good time to talk. Why are you upset? I was only kidding. Why would you think that? What? Any of these words that I'm saying to you, have they ever been spoken to yourselves? What does that say about you? So this is a psychological study by this guy here, or this girl, Laura Brockway. But yeah, bang on. We've all had this shit said to us. So that's the sort of traits they're going to put it on you. They're going to make you doubt your sanity. And all the while, they're just vampirizing, basically soaking up your psychic energy. Basically, they're so sad and they want to fucking die. And I tell you what, they'll take every motherfucker with them if they can. That's your knack. Be careful out there, guys. Anyway, history. I think that was a good bit of advice. I enjoyed that. So I think I'm going to come back for a minute, actually. See how you're all going. And well, happy things. You tried to milk my cat, you bastard. Yeah, that's good. Tried to milk my cat. Anyway. Stop. Stop sharing. Howdy, people. Platforms and welcome to Flat Earth British. 764 of you watching. Can you share this out, please? Do me a solid. Make me happy chappy. There you are. So we got everyone in the house tonight. We've got Lee, Epic Lee, who's Flat Earth British. Melogin. Okay, and what is Melogin saying? Oh, she said, oh yeah, that it is quite funny. So who else we got here? So Good Penny, hi Good Penny, you are a good penny. And Frank and Rue, who's Queen of Groots, and Calgill, and Siggy, and Canis Russo, and Mighty Atom, and Love in the Midst, as this community rocks. No shit, it's fucking epic. Parasites, yeah. Basically, at this moment in time, when we're basically, you know, reaching some sort of zenith in all of this awakening, the fuckery comes in harder. I've noticed, but you know, it's good to recognise, okay, that these things are out there, like, you know, demonic thought forms trapped in bodies that they regard as psychopaths. So you tried to milk my cat, you bastard. D'Angelo, oh my fucking hat. Yeah, definitely get a happy hat on. You can change them for each section. This is what Mel bought me. Oh yeah, that's so me. That's so fucking me. Yeah, thanks for that, Marriage. Thanks for cocking in. And who is that there? Cass, is it? Oh, I can't see. Sorry. Thank you so much anyway for super chats. Yeah, that looks all right. Bandana Shaman, good to see you. Valerie Pax, good to see you. Fanny. There's a Fanny Adams here, Mel, and it isn't you. Valerie Pax, John Doe. And I said Mighty Atom. Let me scroll up a bit. So, thank you, Marriage. Peter from Barbaria, it's not me. Lapis, Desert, good to see you. Michelle's here as well. Supernatural Life. Yeah. Jack Ingalls, good to see you. Kiki said push. Yeah, it's been a kick-ass week on Flat Earth Britishness. I've got to be honest, it's fucking been just ledge. Thank you, Lee, Flat Earth British sub. Sorry I'm having a shit week in work. It gets better though. Motherfuckers, get another job. Okay. So I got lots to show you in this anyway, some surprises, other stuff that has come in and things that are rolling on Flat Earth British, okay, like Bookage, okay, the cover has been chosen, all different stuff's happening on there as well. So everyone on over on Facebook, hi guys, good to see you, Fat Thumbs, Stacey and all the gang in Massachusetts. What's that? War Heist Shooter. You can't say that, brother. I talk too much. We chop off your finger. I am annoying. Don't talk about the hamster. Hamsters are lush. Hamsters are so cute. They're amazing. Nas Hardwick. I've never actually touched a hamster or been even close up to one, but they are really nice. I would like to. Mystic Mayhem. Good to see you. Yona One. Good to see you. What's that say? Yeah, the lies of it, unbelievable. Would you say that they are gaslighting us on the narrative of gaslighting? I think that would be definitely something they do, don't they, in their think tanks of like Tavistock, etc. You know, something that they can have a really good laugh about. They're being gaslit about gaslighting. Fuck yeah. Especially when they had electricity before, and I just showed you they had electricity before. Can you belly dance, Matt? At Matters? Fuck yeah. I'm a wicked little belly dancer, me. And I can do the limbo. I'm a really good mover. Sammy, because I'm supple or bendy. Annabella Echo, Maragas Way, and Black Logic Heaven, and Robert Hector. I used to like Hector's house when I was a kid. Mel State's imposter. No, it's me. I probably not about me. Wayo, good to see you. Happy hats are definitely a thing. Let's go change your happy hats. Put that one on. I've got other happy hats. Okay, but that one looks okay. So, share more screen. We're going to talk about Tartaria. We're going to talk about the fact that they had these absolutely massive, what they call mental institution. This one's Witch Church, like Witch Church in Cardiff. This place is massive. I mean massive, and I've looked at a lot of them, okay? Now, I have visited there once when I was a teenager, because my mate had a cleaning job there. Outside of that, no association with the building whatsoever, but they tortured people in there. They had a room 14, a padded fucking pit in the floor where they chuck people in and stuff, straight jackets. and all the rest of it. But it was a decidedly fucked up place. If you were mad in Britain, you were in Cardiff, you went away to church. They closed it down because no one gets mentally ill anymore. They put it into a shitty little hospital near Llandoch Hospital in Cardiff so that the mental patients can walk around Llandoch Hospital all fucking night long, unsupervised, and get up to their own fuckery, is what I witnessed, which I thought was really, really disgusting, actually. These people just left to wander fucking around. But anyway, I'm just digressing as I do. So, it's good to see you, my friend. Love the hat. Thank you very much. Lee, you've just got to keep saying Mel, Mel, Mel over and over. I love you. Matthew Davis, thanks. My nan was in Whitchurch and I used electric shock treatment on her in the 80s. Yeah, but electric shock treatment apparently is not all. It makes them feel fab. They come out there and they're like, they go in there all brain fucked, and they come out there. It's like, oh, brand new again now. But they got to keep going back in for more of their, more. It basically wakes it up, I reckon. Crayfish Tribe. Good to see you, Crayfish Tribe. And I'm feeling the love. Mel's feeling flat earth British fuzzy belly feeling. That's infectious, by the way. Spread the words. Get everyone over to have the same thing. 733 of you watching and people on Facebook. Stu Bez. That's all. Good to see you. So thank you everybody for joining. I'm going to share a small screen. We've got shitloads to look at, curio, and let's discover some stuff together as well. First bit of this post is obviously about the gaslighting narrative is insulting to my intelligence. I think that they're gaslighting us about the narrative for gaslighting, and the movie tells you so. Okay, because it's about gaslighting and making people go insane, which they're doing to us now. Okay, they're basically double thinking. Act like you've got it. Whatever. Anyway. Place is a fucking madhouse. Okay. We are moving on. So that was London. That was Psychos. Here. Okay. So this is Whitchurch Hospital in Cardiff. I found it fascinating that this red brick building has 2 or 4 giant Greco-Romano columns for the main house, psychiatric hospital. As Matthew Davis just said, they electrify you in there. So what I found fascinating was this, right, guys? Whitchurch Hospital has a 150-foot water tower built over the powerhouse. So this is apparently a water tower. The weird thing about this water tower is it has these circles on it here, which designated that it had 1, 2, 3 clocks on it at some stage, okay? This was never always a water tower, okay? So they talk a lot about, the electric generator and everything else that was in the size of this fucking place is ridiculous. And they have the same narrative for the whole of Christendom. It's just these ginormous derelict buildings. This place is ridiculously big. This guy goes in there. I don't want to get copyrighted, but there's that tower, 150 foot. You see that? Why would they put that on a water tower? I think at some stage there was something in that. It's been bricked over. So yeah, it's a spooky place. Plague in the walls, they say. Closed down for whatever reason. So there's Cardiff. And from above, this place is phenomenally big. It's in the shape of a star fort. Look at it. Look at it. It's massive. It goes on forever. Pathology. I think that's a byword for torture. So you can just walk around this place. It's fantastic. I want to go in there. Ugh, that's spooky. A manky chicken. Or a dead seagull. And the little cottages, they had the slaves living in. But look at this place. This is absolutely phenomenal. Whitchurch Hospital. So yeah, I need to get up there basically and have a look. Somebody did a little drone fly over it. Oh, excuse me. And the place is 100 and something. Oh, I can't remember how many acres. Fucking hell. Oh, we don't get copyrighted for this. So yeah, there's a clock there, and they've got a copper dome. Okay. They're gonna play. Anyway, I don't want to play it anyway. It might get me copyrighted. So yeah, you can get like a drone footage over there on YouTube, and the place is phenomenally big. It's just it's there, 7 minutes. So I just want to show you from above. It's got the shape of a star fort. You can't get any photographs of this thing being built. Look at it. Okay, can't get any photographs of it being built. And it's supposed to be just, early 1900s. And it covers all of this area. This is phenomenally big. Literally. Own grounds. Fucking known acreage for the city. You're just like, I don't even know. So, all for the mad people of one city. Guys, that big. That big. God, don't Wales look pretty? There it is, Whitchurch. It's about 3 miles from where I'm sitting now, and it's literally that big. And when you get above it, it's the shape of what looks like a star fort. You just get to it by here. It's got like this geometric star fort shape. I'm wondering why they were building on this zigzaggy nature. You see the zigzaggy nature. Can I get further up than that? So yeah, and why are they letting them all go derelict? So we don't discover about these Tatarian things, these psycho asylums. And like I said, guys, they're moving all the people out of them into a lesser, much less practical place, which is more dangerous. When they had it nailed here, this thing just lays empty. Why? Why? That's my question. Anyway, have you seen this? This is potty. Copper roofs, yeah, Mel. It's just crazy. And we're gonna have to go there and take my drone and take some photos and stuff. So Thames Town in China. So they built a Paris because they're completely weird and mental. They come from somewhere else. I don't think it's this realm. But what they did is they built a London. They built Thames Town, right? I shit you not, in China. So they built empty cities. They like to replicate everything. So this is my point to what I tried to say about. Why build one London when you can build two? Why build one Earth when you can build two? How do we know they're not replicating and copying it? The Chinese are certainly doing it. Look at this. Looks like Nottingham. They've got red telephone boxes. Look. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So there you are. China have to have their own little bit of Britain. Weird Wednesday in Thames Town. So yeah, most of the people out there have all turned into Stepford husbands and Stepford wives and Stepford children. It's fucking horrible, isn't it? Can't have nothing to do with them. People, stuff, things. Is what I fucking say. Terrible state of affairs. I feel sorry for people with their families and stuff, because they've basically got to watch them go and have a jab, isn't it? It's really quite heart-rending when it's possibly imminent death. And there you go. So yeah, they built, one of their. Basically the Eiffel Tower. I wonder if these are actually inhabited. I wonder what happens to the Chinese in these empty cities. I wonder if they actually kill them all. They did it in the Boxer Rebellion and the Cultural Revolution. Why not in the modern day? None of this information gets out. It's getting rid of an entire city's population. So there it is, Thames Town. Welcome to Thames Town. Taste of the British style small town. Enjoy sunlight. Enjoy nature, enjoy your life and holiday, dreaming of Britain. Live in Thames Town. So yeah, infinitely strange, but I think there's clues. Canals and everything. And something else I've been thinking about as well is canals, because a canal is channel. And I think these canals, because of their straight nature, I don't think they had towpaths for horses, because they drill these massive tunnels through mountains for these canals barges. I think originally the canals were much more sophisticated. So unusual curio and photographs. Now this seemingly is from the 1920s. Okay, and I spotted some weird stuff going down. So is it a race? I don't know. Okay, so they got some dignitaries. Here's French, shitload of choir boys and churchy people, and they got flags up. And they're outside of what looks like a derelict building where they're all standing in. Is that safe? Is that safe? I don't know. It seems really strange, that little bit there in itself. You have cameras. Nice crisp photograph, 1920s. Nice hair. Let's have a look. So some sort of priestly chappy there standing out. So either they're blessing these cars, okay, or like a car race, like they have the Monte Carlo or the
the London to Brighton race. But I'm just wondering why they're all in a derelict building. That's fucking dangerous. It's not even built. It's old. It's burned, isn't it? So anyway, unusual. And what's going on? I do not know. 1928, that one. And here's another one earlier, 1800s. Let's have a look at the craziness. 1909, this one. Goat cats. Okay, so this is what they have in the past. Let's have a little look. So they have, oh, it's not clearing up that image, is it? So take that down again, see if it clears up. Excuse me. Yeah, they're tiny, tiny little, shit, there you are. Tiny little goat cats. Fucking load, there you are. Excuse my language. So yeah, I don't know, they're carrying sproggages or whatever. We got like the little Shetland ponies, maybe for kids. There's another one there. So these, I guess, in the world that do. So there's your PlayStation of 1909. A wheel and a stick. It goes round and round. It goes down the hill. Causes a crash when it gets to the bottom. If you're really good at it. I noticed nurses had crazy headwear. Mother Superior had this spaceship on her hair back in 1920s, I was noticing. So not much going on, but it is unusual that everything's so tiny. Obviously, they're for children, not pygmies or munchkins. Who even knows? So, they were giants. Oh, that could have been it. We're going to look at some giants now. So, this is a Gallica lead Atlas 1733, and it's basically a Voyage of Tartary. Okay, now I've moved on a load of images to this point. We'll go from here. So, what you find is the ambassador for Holland. Okay, he goes in to visit the icons of what he sees in Xerxia, but it's China, it's Chinese Tartary. And what you see is the Buddha with his mind's eye. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so is it a statue? Well, would a statue be picking the wax out of his ear with a stick? And it has Bacchus with some strange indecipherable language, which doesn't look like Chinese underneath. And this guy has got a stick in his ear. Do not copy this at home. It's really stupid to stick things in your ear because basically he packs it all down. Bells. You can get healed from gongs. Gong healing is amazing. You can lay down with in the middle of a load of gongs and everyone just banging gongs, and it's just like, wow. You could even play the band Gong from the 1960s to be really gong. So yeah, they're giants, aren't they? They're really massive. Are they living entities or are they statues? I find it unusual that he's cleaning the wax out of his ears. So they haven't only got Buddhism in Tartary. They have what looks like a Christian giant effigy or idol of a Sikia, who looks Chinese, but he's got a habit on, some incense burners, and he's basically starting a jihad. He's lit up. Okay, so sounds. Now, we live in the world, or on the world, okay, clinging to the outside. Space monkeys clinging outside of a watery spinning ball. So in reality, okay, they give us the word world because it sort of whirl and it spins to give you that idea. But the word world is word, isn't it? Word with an L added. Okay, so the word we live in is basically brought into fruition through a vibrational quality by said creator. So he's banging a gong, and he's banging a gong, and then the trumpets come in. Some of them like Kung Fu Hustle type stringed instruments to give you basically wave functions. And these two are singing off song sheets. You talk too much. Chop off your finger. You've got giants on here as well. Okay, check these idols. Which one's this? Have God. So Lee was prostrating again in his Vanavlog weirdness. Okay, not as weird, but it is sort of weird. No, realm changes as it progresses. But what I suggest is the Phoenicians are probably not human. Well, we've established that. Probably animalistic or animals, because these crossovers, especially with Ovid's Metamorphosis, is you see humanoids turn into animals. So they're probably animalistic rather than humanoid. Okay. And maybe they're even plant matter. Maybe they're carbon-based, silicon-based rather than carbon. No, forget I said that. But they are not us. As you can see, they have what looks like Buddha, who hangs around with his broskies. So that's the lion corn, chicken head, demon, multi-titted fucker. And probably Buddha's best other half of the dialectic. Yeah, friend of yours and mine, Beelzebub. So that's weird. Buddha's hanging around with like demons and stuff. Not saying he's associated with them, but he's hanging out with them, guys, you know. Shoot the fucking crows. So whatever strange icons do we have in Tartaria? So yeah, apparently it says in the Bible, like, you know, everyone will be worshiping false icons. Everyone like will turn on their family. Friends will turn on friends. Family will turn on family in the end days. Fucking nailed it. It's best fucking. They're literally the Holy Bible, right? It ain't talking about the Bronze Age. It's a fucking guide for what is happening now, guys. So look at these horrible idols. He looks like a British king. Yes, he's King Gang. King Gang, gully, 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 watch out. King Gangu, King Gangu. What else we got? Protector. Shensis. Monkey. Got a few demons behind him. Oh shit! He's a giant. Look at the size of them. They're really little people. In fact, they're all giants. And they're all little people. Check him out. And he's not a statue. He's alive. So yeah, in Tartaria, they seem to have literally alive idols. We have seen this dozens of times in these strange books and depictions. Why all their idols are up and running. We do get a lot of giantage as well. Because the Tatars, they're giants going on. So this is Matsu, okay, Nyoma of China. So let's see what he's up to. Oh, fuck me. The size of these giants he's got on these pedestals. Horns, demonic looking. Horns, demonic looking. Something about this society is not really, you know, not getting, you know, wholesome goodness with it. So there he is. Is he a statue with his fine silks and his smaller charwallas? Or is he indeed a giant? Two dragons. So yeah, fantastically big, aren't they? So tech up there. Oh, them Antiquitech ships, we've seen them. So wow, everyone hits the floor because basically he's a giant, isn't he? The dog don't like him. Dogs don't bark at statues, guys. So these seem pretty big compared to them. So lesser giants, bigger giants, and god giants as well. So yeah, they could be an animal. What could their god be? The lion, the unicorn. I think the unicorn like literally had speech because, you know, like we said, these phonetics, we're not actually doing words, are we? Like the animals. I find myself making loads of animal noises, like or or you know, just not necessary wordage as such. Yeah. You could probably get by in reality without, you know, words as such. Yeah. So I can't see what's going on with them except for Mr. Freaky Beard. Okay, we're moving on. Giants, my dog was back at the ceiling. It's ghosts. Dogs seeing them, we can't. I had the same thing when I was a kid. Basically, my sister's boyfriend's out, and they had a Jack Russell. Tosh, and he started barking, like looking up like there was something tall standing there, and I started getting all the goose pimples, thinking, oh fucking hell, this is spooky. With that, the curtains in the bedroom just basically blew up, you know, blew like there was a wind going through the window, and like it went all cold, exactly what you'd expect for like ghosty experiences. I shit you not, guys, I went straight to the window, it was fucking closed. Yeah, I shit myself. I went to my sister, crying, and not crying, but like, holy fuck, there was a ghost. She said, yeah, well, this house is haunted. It's famous for it. So, fucking great. She could have told me then. Somebody died in that bedroom. It's like, fucking great. You put me up in there. Fucking great. So look at this. Antiquitech. 2 of them. Oh, that's nice. 3 of them. One up on the top of that massive hill. Wonder what that is. Wow. Check that out, guys, for Antiquitechage in Tartaria Ching. And these will be made of some sort of porcelain material for conductive purposes. So let's move on a little bit. See if we can find any more strangeness. They seem to be all right on one another. Nobody's killing one another as such. Just strange demonic entities. A lot of sucking up. Overthrows to Phoenicia because you got the peacock feathers going on. Flying fucking angels. A guy with a hat out of Big Trouble in Little China. Okay, I got a lampshade like that. When I wear my lampshade, I literally say, look, I'm Big Trouble in Little China. Like that. So, is they giants? So there seems to be a lot of giants and strange. Oh no, we might have a bit of trouble going down. No, it's not. He's riding a lion. See what I mean? Seems to be a symbiosis going on with like animals and humans. And this is only 1733 China. Tartary's still, around, hasn't been completely eradicated. This is an arm of it, or part of Tartary in 1733. Because they tell you, look, Tartary, Chinese Tartary. Okay, so it's Chinese Tartary at this period. So I'll link everything I present up in the descriptions below this video following it. Okay, guys? Just too much beforehand work-wise. And plus, everybody, you might just basically take the links and fuck off and not watch a video. So, happy Flatter Days. It is Flatter Day in Down Under, over there in Australia. Okay? And New Zealand. Are they fasces? And if you like, I wanted it on Flatter Day, Matt. Yeah, that's all right. Just watch it again tomorrow on a double view sound. Or stop it now, play it tomorrow, and pretend that we're on Flatter Day. It's good pretending. Pretend I'm on Flatter Day. You had a really stupid cat who would have a shit and bury itself. That is really good. Yeah, that is really, really good. So, some date anomalies here. This is a book for fireworks, laboratory fireworks, explosives, fireworks with water. Rear Mirror's interested. Basically, 1731, and it is actually earlier there, but the sort of things they would use for illuminations in royal affairs. But what I was really interested in was its cover. So what date is that exactly, guys? Let's try and work out what they're talking about. So it's not 1680, is it, with a fucking J? Because a J, or whatever that is, which looks certainly like a J. And so we got J680, and we got an even more defined J702. Not 1702, because we're looking at another time. Let's have a little look what's in this book, see if there's anything worth checking out. I've had a little look. It's sort of illuminations. I went through it for evidence of more electricity, but they talk about powder fusion. They show you its manufacture and how this, you see what I mean? Mortar and pestle. So it's pretty rudimentary. It's nothing too scientific. But I thought it was an intriguing cover. So moving on. Okay. It does get quite complicated actually later on, but the ones that are complicated I've saved on images of the date to show you. So I'll link that up as well. It's a crazy date anomaly. Now, exciting. The Wombles. Okay. Underground, overground, wombling free. The Wombles are we, but don't call them free. Okay, so what we got is a British,
Okay, 1970s, 1980s television program. Did you like it, Marty? Yeah, I fucking loved the Wombles. Yeah, and Bagpuss and Paddington Bear and Captain Pugwash, which is basically really weird because that was for children and they had like Pugwash, they had Master Bates, they had Seaman Stains and other sort of sexually related sort of stuff. It was like a kids program, but that's them all over because it's the BB fucking T, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway. So it was written by Elizabeth Beresford. I remember that from the beginning. It was written on a gravestone or something. Written by Elizabeth Beresford. So anyway, it was originally shown in 1968, but the code is its characters. Okay, there's a long contrived story, cultural society, Wimbledon Common. Basically, if you don't know, they live underground. Okay, and they come up. And they steal our shit. Now, when I read the theme tune, think of it in terms of reset. Think of it in terms of we are going underground, and after a reset, we're going to come up and steal all your shit. Yeah, Freemasonry. Okay, now think of this: 800 of you watching. Make sure to share this out. 800 watching the Wombles. That tickles me pink. Anyway. So these are the characters, okay, of the Wombles. I'll show you what they look like. No, I forgot about Bungo. So you get Great Uncle Bulgaria Cogberg, just like the original British royal family's name. The oldest and wisest of the Wimbledon Wombles. He's their leader. And he's based in Beresford's father-in-law. Basically, he's based on Beresford's father-in-law, who's named after the country and the German city, respectively. He occasionally frightens the younger Wombles with his stern manner, okay, in his German accent, and particularly his habit of glaring at them through 2 pairs of spectacles. 2 pairs of spectacles is a massive Masonic thing, guys, the double specs, in case you didn't know. But it actually, he's very kind, okay. He's over 300 years old by the final book. So these fucking things live forever. So what characters have we got? We got Tobermory. Okay, he's an engineer. So what? In my mind, we're talking about a bunker. Okay, and they're telling us the whole narrative in this, as I will show you. Reading. So he's a skilled inventor, this Tobermory. He's named after the capital of the Isle of Mull, Mull of Kintyre. I know another Tavistock Institute person who went there talking a load of shit once. In the Inner Hebrides. Okay, he has a gruff and surly manner, but like Bulgaria, with whom he has been friends for many years, he has a kindly heart. Okay, Orinoco, okay, he's a shrieker who loves shit, sleep, and food, styled on Beresford's teenage lazy-ass son, okay, named after the river in South America, and he has a very slothful nature. So Orinoco's a lazy get, and we have Bungo, over enthusiastic and bossy, named after the province of Bungo in Japan. He is Orinoco's best friend and based on Beresford's daughter. Wonder if all of these geographical locations were marked down on an azimuthal equidistant, what would they show us? And Tomsk, the best mudflood city evidence that I've ever come across. Okay. Well, Tomsk is an athletic but rather dim Womble named after the city of Tomsk in Russia. He acts official night watch Womble, and he's extremely keen on golf, just like the Freemasons. So the next one is Wellington, scientifically inclined but very insecure and absent-minded, named after Beresford's nephew. So they're just saying they're all her relatives. So Madame Cholet, a very kind-hearted, short-tempered female Womble. She's the cook of Wimbledon Borough, styled on Beresford's mother. So they're all basically. Can we actually verify that? No, of course not. Shut up there. Alderney, Madame Cholet's assistant is Alderney from the Channel Island, which is full of star forts, which I've already posted about. And there was other spin-offs as well. We had a Stepney, an EastEnder, who had dreadlocks. Yeah, he didn't look like that. But we had a Rasta Womble, and Shanxi, who was from China. We had a Chinese one. And Obados, okay, came from the Amazon River, okay, named after the Abydos River. So I think it's a code. I think the destinations, like you get with D-Day and all of the beach names. Okay, I think they're a clue. So I have people looking at this who are good on codes and deciphering. And if you can come up with anything, okay, let me know. So the chew goes like this. Okay, think of reset, think of underground, and think about coming back up again. Okay, underground, overground, wombling free. The wombles of Wimbledon common are we, making good use of the things that we find, things that the everyday folks leave behind. Uncle Bulgaria, he can remember the days, right, when he wasn't behind the times. With his map of the world, picked up the papers and take them to Tobermory. So, with his map of the world. Wombles are organised, work as a team. Wombles are tidy and wombles are clean. Underground, overground, wombling free, the wombles are common out. People don't notice us, okay? They never see. Under their noses, a womble may be. Womble by night and womble by day, looking for litter to trundle away. Now, we're so incredibly or utterly devious, making the most of everything, even bottles and tins. Picking up pieces to make them into something new is what we do. Underground, overground, wobbling ring. So basically, the same as what they do after every reset. They come up and they take what's left, and apparently in this case, make a civilization. But it is, I reckon, an Agatha reset. But what's that about? Utterly devious. Incredibly, utterly devious. We are so incredibly utterly devious. I find that sinister. We're moving on. Now, images here we're going to look at are Cincinnati. So Cincinnati in America land is a fantastical Tatarian city. Early electricity, unbelievable architecture, a city built for giants, massive masonry, and we're going to take a look at it now. Okay, Magwai. Don't spill water on a magwai. Look at this, right? Cincinnati. Now, I've always liked Cincinnati. I guess it's the Paul Newman film, The Cincinnati Kid. You know, when he does that card game, but you got to go across the tracks. And I sort of identified with that. It was like, oh, yeah, them across the tracks. So, yeah, I like the Cincinnati Kid. I like the feeling of the city. It's like very, I don't know, because it's shit. It reminds me of Britain. No offense to any from Cincinnati, but, you know, it's like Baltimore. It's like, it's got that dirty town feel. But look at this, right? Mudflood, these boys are playing shooters, or they're playing pigeon toss. Shooters, it looks like, and they're in little mud-flood windows. And look at the fucking stonework on this. How old is this? And this is the Arts College of Cincinnati, a massive building like that Whitchurch Hospital, Greco-Romano fronts, domage, Antiquitech, out in the middle of nowhere, obviously, so you can't hear them scream. So Cincinnati's really unusual topography. Basically, it's on the side of a river. The mud comes off straight off the river into this beautiful Tatarian city. Unbelievable architecture, but they've got an older castle, as most American cities are, because it's older America. So also in Tataria of Cincinnati is this, which looks like a church, but it's not. It's a educational institute which needs a technasmia window like a cathedral in it. And look how old that is, guys. So yeah, really crazy topography. They have this famous stair, this famous lift in Cincinnati past these unbelievable mudflood windows and buildings. And it goes to the top of this crazy big hill with these buildings on top. It's just, what is going on? And look at this side of these buildings here with the mudflood windows. It's mad city. It's brilliant. Look at the architecture in this place as well. All fully Antiquitech. You see these aerials? They ain't flagpoles, guys. See all this wrought iron work? It's capturing the charge of the Ethertech. So somebody, very interesting comment concerning fasces. Apparently, I can't verify this because I haven't found it. I have looked. In the Bhagavad Gita, or Mahabharata, there's basically cited saying that there's a fasce, F-A-S-H-A-Y, rather than the way we spell fasces. A fasce in
in Indian mythology. And what does it do? Well, it's known to create reality, to generate and manifest reality. I thought, fuck me. Wow, and I got really buzz on when I thought about it, because the way the structure, like a church window, okay, when you look down a facade, you know, a central core, all the pipes around it, I thought, oh, and then my mind sprung straight to Doctor Strange, how he managed to manifest and create using these geometric shapes, you know, which look like a little bit like Solomon sigils, etc., out of ether tech, sacred geometry tech. Okay, I thought, wow, what if that is it? What if they show us on the allegory, on the statues, that they are basically pointing this thing and manifesting or basically creating architecture, buildings, bridges, who even knows? Anyway, so yeah, Cincinnati, okay, they come up to the Mississippi by here, and then it's just mud and shit all the way to this architecture. Nothing else, no roads, no nothing, no paths. It's really unusual. And the effort on these, you know, to take people up the size of railway cars up this incredibly muddy hill. But yeah, I like the feel of this place. Look at this one, yeah, really old door. Oh, there's that building. And is that a gaslight? That big white thing there in the glass ball. Okay, let's imagine that it is a gaslight. Somebody would have had to been hired, get a ladder, the shitty wooden pole, take the glass off maybe, or a little switch here. But no, you'd have to get in there to light it. So you'd have to keep the glass off. Occasionally, I can imagine an operator or a guy lighting it would drop that glass. Okay, I wonder if he takes spares round with him. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Keep an eye on the old world as well for lampposts, guys, because if they turned up in 1907 and we catch them before. So, but yeah, look at this neighborhood for us in Cincinnati. And there it is. It's just really unusual. I was stuck on the river and it just bursts up on this hill. Massive, massive buildings. Antiquitect, ancient, window taxed. All the windows bricked up. Mud flooders down here, so she's really old. And then you've got this Greco-Romano temple. Lafayette Bank, Franklin Bank. So, Greco-Romano temple, basically. Look at the size of that one there. This is that building there is the total feel of Tartaria. That is it. That building there. Beautiful. So, no motor car at this stage, but they've got gaslight and electric trams, gaslight, and they built all of this massive antiquity in the dark with 25 lumens of electricity. Fuck off. Something out intelligence. So 22. What about these giant clocks as well? They're a bit of tech going on all over Christendom, these things. So a nice little English church going on there, but what are they on the side? They look like 5G additives. Can you see them on there? Yeah, you can. Can you see them, guys? Yeah, I know. Fucking hell. I've never seen anything quite like that at all. Oh, there's that temple again. A terrible state of affairs with the overhead cables. Not many people around for the size of this city. And as you can see, doors in here are mud flooded. And this building's really interesting with the portals there. So, yeah. Portal technology. Funny they use the word portal when the entrance to the labyrinth, etc. Entrances to some churches as well. They call it the portal. So look at the size of this masonry there. It's got all of the columns, which we think of maybe as heat sinks. What are heat sinks? Well, they disperse or soak up radiation or energy waves as well. So that is amazing, that one. Tech on that roof. Oof. And look at this thing. It's got a little bit of work done to it. It looks like a temple again, opera house. It's like Julian Kongeng Company shoes. But yeah, again, stuck on the corner there. But look at this. Look, you've got the old cobble and they've just put some tarmac. The roads of this world are completely fucked. They tarmacked all of the world. Every road. Thousands, millions of miles of just tarmac. Why? Just stuff potholes, breaks, the weather gets to it, it's shit. No, the Romans, well, their roads lasted 2,000 years. They put hardcore underneath. They whacker plated it down with their electric whacker plate. That's why the Roman roads are still there, guys. So yeah, they got water tech, Phoenician, and they can't basically shit inside all of these massive houses because they haven't got a toilet. So this is the scenario. You wake up 5 in the morning because you gotta go, okay? And it's freezing cold, there's ice on the floor. So you walk down these scaffold boards, you go in there and you go to the toilet in the Kazi at the end of the garden. Oh, what's that by my foot? It's a rat. Don't worry, it won't go up your bum. So also, look at this, canals. So the Erie Canal, you know, could do an entire vlog on Buffalo and Erie Canal and Rochester, in New York State and stuff. But look at this thing. It's carrying all of that water to this station here. And look at the size of these arches. So they got unbelievable water tech in Cincinnati. So I'm not sure what's going on with this shroppy image, but these boys have no path outside their lovely, lovely homes. But they seem to have made little cobbles to go up. Nice building. So they remind me of New Orleans. So this is a completely different shot. And not Cincinnati at all. So we're moving on. Yeah, Cincinnati's pretty funky. Moving on. So some images of the day. I have some other stuff. I've plenty to show you actually. What we're looking at. I started at 8:30. Coming up to 2 hours. Epic. So, some images of the day. 840 you watching. I'm super grateful. Thanks for 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. Not bad for an Ely boy. Just coming up to my second book now. 30,000 subscribers on my Nick channel. And we got the other channels as well. 25,000 on Tatarian. 13,000 on Think Tank and 4,500 on Nectar channel. So it's getting there. So remember what I said about the Greco-Romano world or the classical world being left in place and as a facade and the older and newer buildings being put to it. Well, that's what you can see with this affair. It's here all over these British cities and all over the world. They're doing it now where they will leave the original and the facade all the way up to it. So I would say that was a part of the old world in your face with a new building behind it. So did you know that Adolf Heisinger, Hitler's chief of staff, became, later NATO's chief of staff? Yeah, of course you did. Because most of the Nazis, except for Paula Scher, who went basically over to the Russians in political asylum and lived a life of luxury, don't you know, after Stalingrad. Operation Paperclip. The Americans were so jello of the way the Nazis got that their fascism and their shit together, especially on the old industrial murder scale. They were massive jealous, like, fuck me, they're killing it. We're looking shit. We better get it on. Ship them all over here. Share a bit to the Russians. We'll have most of them. And then we can have, make-believe space programs. It'll be brilliant for the control mechanism. Now, what you're witnessing here is something that resembles a melted building. I don't think Adolf Hitler is Walt Disney, no. They look similar, but they predictively programmed us for years before Adolf Hitler with Charlie Chaplin. How many people in reality have a silly Hitler moustache? 2. Adolf Hitler and Charlie Chaplin. So Charlie Chaplin's around for years before Adolf Hitler. And what is he? He's a clown. Somebody to be laughed at and ridiculed. Charlie Chaplin, funny little man, isn't he? Yeah. And do you know what else you can find about World War II being the biggest load of bullshit ever, guys? Yeah. The Great Dictator. The movie with fucking Charlie Chaplin literally portraying Adolf Hitler, and he does this super fantastic speech about, good. He sounds like Miss fucking World. Good peace and harmony to all men and women, sort of thing going on, okay? And it's a famous speech which is moving and everything. Guys, he's impersonating Adolf Hitler, yeah, in a film that Adolf Hitler watched in his movie theater, and apparently halfway through, I had a laughing fit and had to basically turn it off because basically this was during the war. in your face. Ugh. So these look like they might be Peruvian. Okay, and the architecture surely speaks it, but look at the decoration, all below ground level, as you'd expect. And I'm looking at these, they're like waveforms. They're all waveforms, and I'm wondering if, you know, these things on here are some sort of primitive, or not primitive, advanced oscilloscope waveforms captured in architecture, just interpreted differently, because they really do like waveforms traveling. It's really strange. So, old mappage of South America land. Okay, what's going on with South America land? It's all gone dumpy. Seems to be connected to Tierra del Fuego, and it is Theodore the Bray's map. Oh, we know that. He's a Mason, because look, the set square is set at that 23.5 degrees, same as the tilt for their bullshit Earth age. So not much going on in it, really. So an old star fort, which shows you that this stuff's been covered over. You know, this original star fort was red brick, and they've covered it over with some sort of plaster, which has been exposed by the rain and the wind. Let's see, or salt. Okay. So they always have these things on the corner of star forts as well. And I don't think they're just lookouts. I think there's more going on with them. Definitely, because they've got Antiquitech on the roof, see. So, but yeah, red brick, no doubt about it. So, Dr. Otto Heinrich Wahlberg, okay, winner of the 1931 Nobel Peace Prize in Physiology, okay, discovered the cause for cancer in 1923. Cancer grows in oxygen-deprived acidic tissue. Diseases cannot survive in an alkaline body. Cancerous tissues are acidic, whereas healthier tissues are alkaline. Deprive the cell of 35% of its oxygen, and 48 hours it may become cancerous. So I would 100% agree with that. There's a little bit more to it, obviously, unexplained science and all that, but that is what we're looking at, guys. So it's actually really easy, if you think about it, to avert it, okay? Diseases cannot survive in an alkaline body. What's your diet, guys? What's your diet? Okay. My spirit is strong because those who came before me live within me. So I think as history wakes all together, I think our ancestors are rooting for us right now. I think all of the people that went before us are cheering right now, yeah, knowing what's happening here and now today. Ancestors are definitely a defining force in this. I feel it right now, so I know it's true. And all those who came before me live within me. And I think that's the same for all of us. So, more of Cincinnati giant masonry. That image slipped in there off the other ones. I do apologize. No, that's them. Let's go back a bit to oddities. Sorry, 80 odd of them. So yeah, I've been thinking about the Erie Canal, because canal is channel, is basically to channel, and obviously there's the Phoenician aspect, and I'm thinking that canals are definitely something more. I'm going to dig in probably this week, but I've been thinking a lot about it. Yeah, Jilly, I have had it. I'm in my fridge. Sue brought it to the house. I've got a few things like that. Yeah, brilliant. So these things we need to tell people. It's so simple. And how many lives can we save just telling them information as simple as this, guys? Yeah. Let's spread the news. Let's tell people how this place really fucking is, especially with their health. People shouldn't suffer unnecessarily in this place, guys. Why are people going cold and hungry and fucking fucked up health because of them? Erie Canal constructed between July 4th, 1817. Isn't that a curious year? First boat trip from Rome to Ithaca in October 22nd, 1819. 363 miles of canal, guys, completed by 1825. This is one big canal, guys. The first canals were the British ones. There was one, I think, Stoke Canal, and the one going from Birmingham. These were earlier than this period, apparently, 1700s, etc. And they were towed by horses, etc. But dead straight lines, guys. That has to be a part of the clue, you know.
Canals are channels, and they were more. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So in antiquity here, you can clearly see that these are the Phoenicians coming through again in their processions. And what have they got above them all? Is a rather large bell. Bell. So they're banging the bell as they basically, is this Caesar's? Ciaris? Could be Triumph versus Caesar. So this is the Phoenician of what they regard as the Roman Caesar. There's the Colosseum in the background and people from the Middle Ages, because Caesar lived in the Middle Ages, as they all did, because that's when it all went down. There's no 1,000 years before then and all vast off antiquity. This place is recycled constantly over and over, and it's going through one at the moment. They can't reset us. We broke the fucking system. This is why they closed it down. This is what this is all about. Yeah, they're rats from a sinking ship, and it won't be fucking long, guys. Okay. So, is this a woman with ginger dreadlocks who's being a basically dusty a forger, a blacksmith? Is this a dude or is this a woman blacksmith? Because I tell you what, blacksmithery is really, really hard and heavy work. I don't know, but it's from antiquity. Think about this then. They say 1,400 rooms, no toilet, but they have this amazing tech thing in the center. So it's a rather large building, looks massively mud flooded, all below ground level. Okay, but the part I want to draw your attention to, okay, is these hedges. These hedges are as big or as high as a 2-story building, or maybe even higher. And they all have these slits, and they come to this center bit, which looks like a key, or looks like the center of a maze. So, organic technology, guys. I really do think organic circuitry in a way. And this is like some sort of epicenter. But look at the height. How do they get Schwebbery that high? It's beyond me. A lot of work. So what we got here is another Phoenician. This is the cover of a book I was looking at. I thought it was interesting. Right. She's got fasces. Okay. Fournier has got the fasces. And usually justice got the scales. Religion has got a Christage and Holy Grail. And Premivium. Right, actually sure what that is, but she's got the Horn of Plenty. So Phoenician sucking up stuff. And we have a little Starfall battle going on in the days when they weren't militarized, and some farming outside, and they're literally ladder going up and doing some architecture there, and they're doing some work on a Starfort there as well. But Phoenician. So they were lying empty, these Starforts, for the longest while before they were repurposed into these will be good for military. Are they originally? No. Look at the obelisk. What military purpose would the obelisk have in that triangle? And this nesting technology, look. And the water and the way it breaks and the forces. And this thing here looking like a circuit board. Looking exactly like a circuit board. So, beautiful little picture this of a Starfort. Lovely colour. Cindy. And l'amour. Is that love? I'm not sure. So, Starfortage. Here's another one. Okay, and it's got some unbelievable sharp bits and these towers inside, which look like flak towers. And this is the plan of the fort of Toku. I'm pronouncing that right? Tako. It's in China. Whatever stuff they got going on. Another rotunda. Looks like a pirate flag. But I thought this, check this out, guys. From here, and you got this long bit comes down to this block. All right, it can be thought of militarily, I guess, but it looks so gadget-like, doesn't it? In fact, the whole thing looks so gadgety. Take the military, the cannons out of there, look at it from above, and it looks like a circuit board. All of it looks like a circuit board. No mistake or coinky-dink, these are called batteries. Charge your batteries, guys. Right, more data anomalies. I dug this one up an old book as well. Okay, and it's a map.
and it's sort of Muscovy, bordering with Tartary, etc. But check the dates out, okay, guys? Let's try and work out what's happening. So it's siege of Rudolf, Albert, Sebastopol, Wilhelm, Frederick, Kaiser Frederick, and Sigmundus. Okay, so it's different guys' I guess, conquests. So I 303, J, this one J36, another J, another J40, another weird J, another weird J. Oh, and then we get to here for J499, then it changes. Then it goes I5I9, I5ZZ. So pray tell, what year is I5CC? Anyone? 849 are you watching now? Comment. Let me know what that means. And then a strange thing here, 595, and then it goes to a J 60Z. So you can guess the Z's are S's, maybe. So it's hard to even fucking know what's going on with the date anomalies in this. Hazard a guess of what I would say was going on? I say it's a pre-reset map, pre-reset world. So in one of the wars, which I suspect to be the First World War, they felt the need to, what? Build a giant wall in front of the Sphinx. At what period did they do this? And why haven't I never seen it before, this photograph? And why is this the only photograph I can find of this existing? And why did they do it? Okay? The stone here, which is supposed to like signify a Cheops, is something to do with a fucking pyramid of Giza. Okay, and then you got all this washing on the Sphinx, and then for some reason they've built, they say, a giant wall. At first I thought this was sand baggage. It's not, it's a wall. The sand baggage is on top, so I guess you could put maybe an outpost or something, some gunmen in there. But what for, guys? What is it protecting? What is it hiding? And what is it doing there? They say Napoleon's gunmen and target practice knocked off the nose Wade, no, but I don't think that's true, you know. The same sort of narrative as, send them out to find the Rosetta Stone, they come back to the Rosetta Stone. It's fucking convenient. So this is Piranesi. You might take a little bit of a look at Piranesi in a slight minute and some of his reset artworks. And this is apparently Antiquities Rome, slightly from above, aerial perspective. And what you see is high technological circuitry, okay? Heat sinks. These things, RAM sticks, exactly the same as the computers inside. It blows my mind to what level this is like an inside of a computer. Even this thing, yeah, exactly like the radiator heat sink, which soaks up the heat in your, it's like a fan, gets rid of the heat in your computer. Exactly the same, guys. Exactly the same. I don't know. It's just a bridge, isn't it? A lovely, beautiful bridge. Spring's coming. Feeling excited about that? We may have a little bit more snow. We don't know, do we? But quite looking forward to it. Been stuck in since the 10th of Never. The worst thing is, though, they're going to call this shit every year, aren't they? Yeah. Good thing is, though, good news is, guys, the flu's cured. Nobody had the flu this year. That's brilliant, isn't it? I know. I never ever give a shit about the flu, or any of it, or even being ill. Don't even think about it. I knew when I was young as a kid, if you think about being ill, you're going to be ill. So, DEWs are direct energy weapons thought of to cause the damage in the forests and basically the California fire. Okay, but you get these laser beams. They've been countlessly, loads and loads of photographs that exist of these guys. Okay, I can't verify them obviously, or confirm or deny, but I think that the forest fires in California is part of the Agenda 21. They want to completely clear California for superhighways, which are already in motion. They are redesigning all of city centers everywhere in the world for their new rollout of their new society that they got in mind for us, which is a complete nightmare. But they've been doing this for a while. They can direct energy at, say, a house in paradise, maybe, okay, which won't harm anything around it, no trees, no nothing. They'll say, forest fire came through here. Oh, yeah, they'll say, it skipped all the trees, it jumped on the roof, a spark, and the house would have been burned down, is what they say. But you can see this has been incinerated from within.
Okay, we might say the same for 9/11. I know that Dr. James Judy Wood said this sort of thing, but I really do think energy weapons, fascist technologies, can be used for great, good stuff. Okay, but it can be used for horror as well. It's both sides of the coin. Right, these are from Punch, 1800s, and I'm wondering what's going on. Okay, no, they're demonic. Okay, because this guy's like wings. I want to know why this king. Okay, 200 years before the birth of Prince Charles is Prince Charles. Now, please tell me that is not Prince Charles. He's got his nose, he's got his ears, he's got cat, frog, spider, Charles. Okay, cat, frog, spider, Prince Charles is alive 200 years before he's actually alive. Why is that, and how is that? Bundle of sticks, werewolf, bundle of sticks. Also, I'm wondering if this insect from the 1800s is actually not an insect at all by looking at it a little bit closer. Is this one of those robot wasps? Did they have them then? Because that Proboscis looks a little bit artificial. What about the aerial on his head? And what about, okay, the completely artificial skull and crossbones on its wings? And this looks metallic as well. So this looks like, you know, they've got little servers on them, like, you know, robot legs. I would hazard a guess to say that this is early robot technology. They got them today with cameras on their heads. Why wouldn't they had it back then? That's artificial buggage. A robot. Mechanical. No, mechanical. What about this guy? Okay, seen him about? Yeah, of course you have. So he's got a big conch on him, a goatee beard, claws, and apparently he's got something on his back. I don't know, but he's a demonic form and he's depicted. Also, this one, I think I've seen something like that behind the settee once, and once behind the AC control pad when I was in the Merchant Navy. Okay, like a goblin. Okay. People associated with ill health have reported this sitting on their chest. They've also reported the old hag. Many people report the old hag when they're ill and close to death. They have an old hag sitting across their chest, choking the life out of them. Same for this critter here. The gremlin. Gremlins are real. Look at this demonic shit going down. Yeah. The many faces of the royals. Yeah. It's got a ram head and it's got a dog head. This is what Lee's saying. You know, he thinks the Phoenicians are animal and not human, and animal traits. And do you know what? Why not? Why not? Maybe they morph. Maybe they turn back into these animals. I don't know what species that is. I cannot say. Okay. It's a duck, pull, platter, snake, koala, cat, puss thing with teeth. Okay. It's a bull. It's plain. What about the hornicorn? The unicorn in bloke form, maybe bloke, yes, and it's got a wider, long face. But he's into music, likes a bit of trumpet, and he's got the size on his nails. Okay, so is it like they show you in antiquity, half human and half animal? Are they animalistic? Are they, you know, fucking around with the gene pool? What about this? This is your intellectual donkey head peacock man who has what appears to be a monocle, even string. So he's pretty intellectual. He's got the same talons going on his feet, though. Why are they depicting them? In 1800s, Jazolt, which is like a French, I suppose, satirical thing. So, bricks can't melt, it's impossible. And buildings do not melt ever. So what happened to this, guys? I'm just wondering, did a dinosaur fart on it, or a passing dragon? Because this is a Phoenician statue over a door arch, and it really, really, really appears to have slices of orange stuck in it. No, it really appears to have had some melting. It looks like a log after it's been in the campfire. Get this cracking, don't you, and all of that. So would you say that has been melted? Yes. Thank you, Avildas. What about this one? So this was a face of a dude at some stage. Now, I like to give things the benefit of the doubt. Okay, this could be dubbed, you know, wattle and daub, and could be the design of said sick, weird face thing. But
I really do think that this is burn damage, and I think this has had a lot of heat on it. So otherwise, it's a really unusual form of architecture. It's called burnt as fuck look, or melted as fuck look. So this queen, okay, she's a babe, but she's got like the scepter, and she's got the orb. She's sleek, and I can't work out who she is because the Latin's a bit fucked up. But she's a black queen because a lot of them were at this stage before the Phoenicians turned up with their pasty white weirdness. Look at this. Geometric shape, flower of life. I want to get a spirograph. Maybe I should order one. Start doing spirograph. They were wicked. Did anyone have spirograph in school? Or when they were young? Yeah, still do them now. What's the Tatarian meltage saying? Wood don't turn into burger. Concrete. No, I know. So look at this bit of unbelievable stuff. I don't know what it is exactly, but apart from they got the bottom of a Paracel there, and there, no shit. Check this out for a gadget. What does it do? I couldn't tell you guys, but it's definitely a gadget. Look at this as well. Blows my mind that is on there for that period. Just goes to show how advanced they are in science. Who are you so wise in the ways of science? So I guessing this is a strange clock. Square, timepieces on top, 4 and center 1. And I guess they dance around the figures, but what a fantastical piece of art. Also, this clock, I don't know what to make of it. There's 2 faces missing here, but they're the winds up. So, got astronomical, maybe. What's that? Don't know. What's that? Don't know. What's that? Don't know. What's that one? I'm afraid I don't know. So, yeah, what kind of timepieces did they really have? This is probably before the advent of the astrolabe or something. This is probably a 1600 piece. We should mag up on that there. It's got the date there. See, it's got bugger. I'm sure it says 15. No, I can't get it up anymore. 1506. Difficult to say though. Shit. And look at this. For a locking mechanism for the old days. Literally, yeah. Like a safe of today. It's got a combination. Turn it, click, and open. From antiquity. There were no locks, before the Phoenicians, or windows even, because we didn't have any crime as such, or corruption, because all of these things and these fucked up thought forms and the weirdness that's going on with society today and all the bullshit they've had to put us through and all of the narcissists that we've had to put up with in our lives and everything else, even the government are psychopaths and on us. People are corrupted like fuck easily by the Phoenician paradigm, aren't they? Yeah. So this is beautiful. It's usually my ranting picture. It's just pretty as trees are, hippie shit just said. Time control. Time's falling apart. I wouldn't even say if it was there anymore. I got this sneaking feeling that it's not. I don't think we're in the same place, the same realm. I think the past we're looking at isn't actually there per se. I think that they leave us clues for us to crack. I think we're involved in the greatest 3-dimensional chess game ever devised. I think that this puzzle is every piece of it that you guys come out with and I come out with and all of us all connects together somewhere along the line further on. And I think we've just indirectly just walked into the greatest puzzle of all time, guys, is what I think. Okay. So that's Aquatech when it was used in the past. All of that block just for bringing water up from, natural spring in a mud flooded environment. You just got grass. So that, creative quality, and it's in grass. Just goes to show all the world. So I was thinking about St. Petersburg as well, the star fort that it is, the technical star fort that it is. It looks like a grid system. And this is apparently St. Petersburg built by Admiral Peter the Great. What's that say? Admiral Manor. That's the name of the road there. That's interesting. So yeah, it's a crazy star forted, and he built it on a swamp. Okay, and same as Washington DC as well. Yeah, built on a swamp. Loads of these cities are built on swamps. So yeah, the harbour of Crownsloth and the river Neva Canal. Okay, now, apparently, I think it was maybe Conspiracy or somebody, probably I think it was, talked about this canal going from St. Petersburg, literally thousands of miles across Asia, across Russia, thousands of miles. This Neva Canal channel from a central hub, circuit board city, via a canal, wirelessly off into the great blue yonder. I-703, Peter the Great apparently built all of this bullshittery. Catherine. So yeah, I'm not sure where the destination of this is, but what I'm showing you is the original Greco-Romano column with Corinthian tops being just basically plastered over with later plaster, but underneath is a lesser column. So that shows literally two civilizations, doesn't it? So if I was asked to guess, classical covered by Byzantine. Okay. All below ground level, under this building, which is on the road, and underneath it is all of this older world that is below our feet. Mud flooded, a warren of caverns, caves, and tunnels. Yeah. Look at this fuckery. So, building of the Parisian underground. And they want you to believe, okay, that they built this ginormous wall. So, what, blocking off all conduits and sewers. It's not the underground then, is it? So that's for the train, is it? So what is the wall? And most of the point, what's the older wall here and the size of it? You know, guys, we say that they're just digging out these undergrounds in London and New York and Moscow and Paris. I think this is good evidence. That wall then is ancient, full of lime. Okay, it's really thick stuff. It's massive. And this wall, yeah, this is an old wall, guys. Look at the bloody lintel all smashed and everything here. Old wall. That's not a new wall. That's an old wall. It's dirty. It's fucked. It's ancient. I don't know what's going on. All below ground level because the streets are up here, by the way. So that's one massive old wallage. Same here. Underground going in. And you can see way below the city streets is the openings of windows and doors of previous occupants. Mudded in or mudded over. Union Pacific laying track through Weber Canyon, 1868. Okay, so they lay this track, which is a bit wonky, and they hit here, and then they got to dig all of that out for the track to basically carry on. Okay, or are they digging out an existing track like that? This is in Russia. They seem to have suffered some sort of mud flow. The trains are up there, and maybe 10 foot below is another train track. You see loads of them all over antiquity, guys. They're deep, mudded railway lines from previous civilizations' transport network. Okay, guys, as you can see here, this deep under the mud was railway lines. So they didn't really, you know, lay them down originally. They just digging them out because they were already there after a mud flood. Also, when it was a plasma event, a lot of this stone turned into like butter, solidified again, locking in a lot of Tata technology. And this is a ceramic, and it looks like a giant spark plug of some sort. Also, this whatever stone has got screws there and evidence of machinery in a stone, a random fucking stone. I know. So 849 or 850 if you're watching, please make sure to share this out. I'm going to come back now, spend some time with you guys, have a think about stuff, and maybe show some more, see how it goes for time. So this looks like the filter on a motor car. It's got all of these serrates, but it's definitely technology. And this stone has been heated so much that it's just turned into spludge, and then it's solidified again and locking said Tata Tech inside during said plasma discharge. So things can basically turn to stone a lot quicker as well. So I think that is copper, maybe Looks a little bit like a car filter, but it can't be because it wouldn't exist. It's made of paper. So yeah, it's Tata Tech locked in a stone. So that's nice, isn't it? Check this out. You can see the outline there of where it was, and it's still in there. The original, you know, it's Texas. The original arch. I don't know what this thing is here with a hook on it. And the window, look at the top of the window there. That's a nice little thing. Texas. Check it out. It's got a little wheel on it there as well. It's that Indian feel, doesn't it? Indians got a wheel on their flags. I wonder what the wheel designates. Nice how they left the feature open so you knew it was there, though. It's a nice touch. I like that. So this is a wall, an ancient wall, which has the appearance of being melted at some stage. I might be wrong. I'm just saying. It does look like it's been melted. It does look like a giant wall, doesn't it? Just saying, yow. Again, what you find, they'll tell you in a lot of cases that this type of stonework, not the red brick, this type, okay, of rustic stone, poor stonework basically, is, they would say it's the Tudor period. It's only 500 years ago. They're saying everything's like that. But things are red brick 500 years ago. Just look, take a look at Blenheim Palace. So again, hiding in this home, its previous setup. So there was a door underneath here, just exposed. I'd like to see what was in that room. Hidden. Interesting. And Colonia Reforma in Guadalajara, okay, in Mexico, is a little tiny star fort. Okay, see the little edges with a building on top. Really pretty building in Mexico. Just for reform, colonial reform. That sounds like a happy place. Colonial reform. We'll reform your ass into colonialism. So I can't say exactly what's happened in this photograph, okay? But what I can say is it got the trams, and it doesn't seem to be the motor car era, okay? If I was to hazard a guess by this lady's coat, I would say 1920. So what exactly hit this building? Why is it so black? Why is the apex there, the building missing, and the stones exposed? Obviously, there's a bit of snow happening. War damage, it could be, but no, it's exposing giant apex. Must have come all the way on this building, yeah. All gone. Interesting little shot. Look at these Buckingham Palace behind there, look. As well be. So, this is the stuff they come up with in antiquity. The grapes, the Phoenician feel, same flowing flowers. What you'd expect to see. So, is there anything special about that glass that would make your water be different or your wine be different? Probably, yes. If you drink out of a silver pewter or a silver cup, you know, it's basically colloidal silver. This is why your Vikings used to drink out of a horn, not for colloidal silver. For horniness. Blood bricks, Rue. Blood bricks. Look at that for a little Tata building there. Would you love that? Walk out of there. I'd have a bench or something there. But, look at the decoration over there. You've got a little door as well. It's like a little Hobbit-tarian house, guys. So, illuminations in Moscow. Okay, and what you see is somebody climbed to the top of this and they put thousands and thousands of little candles, pervious to the wind, okay, and the cold, all the way up to the top. No, because that's stupid, isn't it? It's obviously electric, and they're telling you anyway. So. Nuremberg, we talk about a lot, and they use electric swords, which you can see used by here. This is a different Nuremberger than what you usually look at. And they use fiery swords, and they use Faraday's basically over here as well, fireworks, etc. They use Faraday jackets because they don't want to get electrocuted. You can get the same technology, see, sparks, lightning, and they interact with some of these electrical things. They got alchemical symbols for them as well. Tell you like Mercury in that one, whatever's in that one. But they're using the fiery swords in this one, in this Nuremberger as well, which is a J sort of G. 665, a year before a full reset on that one, guys. A year before a reset. It's a weird one there. Something I69. So 169 would be the date on that thing. Yeah. So this is a book I was going to share, but it would take too long to go through it. And it's like basically weapons of the medieval period. The book was from 1410, and they had Bacchus in it using a missile launcher. What kind of oiling thing is this? He's oiling it. Okay, and there's some sort of weird projectiles in this. 1410, guys. Yeah, and they're using Bacchus with the as part of the weapon mechanism. This book, J702. J608. So, alchemical depictions. I thought this was spooky. I thought it was weird. The whole narrative's in you, right? Magnifying the star forts, looking at the architecture. Okay. All Father Time with his scythe, resetting everyone's ass. Okay. This lady here, very colloquial term, with a scepter. But they got the time. And if I'm not mistaken, is that 10 to 4 again? Because if it is, that's spooky. Okay. And the Jesuits, the soldiers for these animals, bring in this strange globe, but it doesn't look like anything you see on the globe that they present to us. So this is Lewisburg. I believe that's America. I got the Gorgon. But yeah, 10 to 4 or 5 past 4. What would you say, guys? Is this the second hand, or is that the second hand? I'd say that short one was the second hand, wouldn't you? And I'd say that it was 10 to 4. If that's the case, it's spooky, because that's the time that we proposed would be some sort of reset, if it was to happen, which I feel has been averted. So yeah, this building, giant Tatarian building, okay, in Ludwigsburg, and it looks like Louis the 16th's. If I say, but unusually, right, if you look at the front of the building here, you've got this giant obelisk column, and everything's eaten away, and it's just mud all the way up to the wall. So I thought to myself, well, that's curious. Would you really build a giant obelisk looking the same as Bunker Hill or Beaker Hill in Boston, like 10 foot away from a steep incline where all of the mud has gone away? No, you wouldn't, would you? I'd say something had happened here. All this mud's come in, something later, and it's still there. So that's very unusual architecturally. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. So yeah, you haven't got the rest of this image. He's actually got a kite on you, and he's using like electrostat, and he's collecting it through here on a medieval battlefield of 1410. And I don't know what this woman is doing, but she's breathing fire. I guess it's all yes. Okay. And this British Library, okay, it's supposed to be ancient. 2 women here holding a skyscraper. Yes, it can be interpreted as a tower, but the fact still remains is this looks like a photograph, and they're holding what looks like a giant skyscraper. In antiquity, they do that a lot. This was a 15th century salver for giving you food, and I'm wondering why on a salver you would need precious jewels and such decorations, but all the sauces and meat stuck in everything. I don't think these are actually used, are they? But salvers, yeah, really, really unusual salver, it says there. And that's 1500 English, so from the time of Henry Tudor. This is from the time of Henry Tudor. So that is another London church from the British Library. Can't even see that. But yeah, unbelievable antiquity building. Thought to be a place of worship, not no longer. And that's another one I found as well, of an institution out in the middle of nowhere. And look at all of this below Cromwell level. Literally, there's the road, and right below it there's all these walls, really steep walls. They seem to build on top of the old as well with these institutions, don't they? So, kamikaze horses. You get a load of fasces, okay, in flame, these ones, and like the horse runs in, I guess the horse is going to be splattered. So 1410, okay, we have massive cannon, even in the official narrative, in the 1300s, Battle of Cresby, Agincourt, etc. 1410, He's got a bazooka. Yeah, like on Falling Down, he's got one of them going on. No. Bazookas in 1410. Also, multiple projectiles. I guess in this spins and sends loads of whatevers. Also this, 1410, they got some sort of steel. Looks really, really technical for 1410. Steel thing with balls in it. So I can't tell you exactly what it does, but it's a weapon of medieval era. This seems a really dangerous weapon of the medieval era because it spins around. And if it is cannonballs, don't stand too close because obviously it'll just kill everyone. Unless he shoots, spins, shoots. It's a machine gun cannonballer. Now, I posted this on my community page, subscriber centering. I was jolly excited about it. There's loads of anomalies in this. Let's have a think about this and what questions and stuff it got talked about. First of all, everyone's like, cool, trippy cat. Yeah. And then everybody came in with, that's a really blokey hand, Matt. Are we looking at a dude here? Okay, so if it is a chick, she got her shit together. She got a trippy cat so stoned that the atoms in its body are basically dispersing. Can't even keep itself together. It's that blocker. A chunky, what looks like a fat bud of intercut by there. Another one behind her, right? Birdcage. Okay, she likes the old animals. She likes the cat. We'll go with she's a she. Give her the benefit of the doubt for the minute. Okay, she's reading the newspaper. Okay, why is there chicken wire on the windows and bars on the windows behind there? There's bars in the windows. Is this lady let out in the garden in a mental institution or something? Or this man? It's difficult to determine. I can't imagine all Victorian women actually being blokes, but look at the size of them fucking arms. Jesus. And she got a bit of the wide Roger Ramjet jaw going on. But like, give her the benefit of the doubt. Again, she might be just really hard on the eyes. Yeah. Although Victorian women, Italian women, probably very beautiful. A lot of them are. Anyway, let's not hold that against her. She's probably a really, really nice person. Yeah. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's not all about looks, you know. But just saying. So yeah, they are ganja. Okay. Good strains. Not like this Franken weed. It's fucking everyone's heads up right now. Not that. Proper strains, man. Proper good weed. Yeah. Fucking red eye for a week. Look at this for purple. They're purple bastards. Fucking Donny Osmond would have loved this. They were sinister, the Osmonds, weren't they? All of them, and their weird religion. Don't drink Coca-Cola, don't take drugs. We just pray daily. I'll be your long-haired lover from Liverpool. So Jimmy Osmond's like a fucking 9-year-old boy singing that song. It's like, what the fuck? I even thought it was dodgy back then. It's like, what the fuck? I've seen some weird shit. Yeah, well, I stole shoes off the dead woman that I killed with my house. Now, this Toto, okay, looks like Toto. He's Dorothy, yeah? Dorothy, she had the red slippers. Some Sonic thing means dripping in baby's blood. But if you go, like, there's been a massive Mandela effect happen. Ruby slippers are no longer a thing in our reality. Now they're emerald slippers, and we have green slippers on Dorothy's feet, which fucks up my Brian, because then you know something really weird has happened in this realm, because that was a definite red slippers. There they are there. It's like RCPO's fucking leg, isn't it? Just to mess with your Brian. Anyway, yeah, he killed a witch with your house. Nice one. There's that shot again. Okay, right, let's move on because I showed all of them. I'm going to come back for a minute and just show you some more stuff. Exactly. I'll come back and join chat in a minute. There's 880, nearly 900 of you merrily chatting away. Please make sure to like this video if you did. Okay. Got a little bit more to come. I'm going to come back and share a bit more. Still a little bit early, 2.5 hours. So, Flat Earth British website. If you don't know about this, guys, okay, it's super fantastic. It really, really is. We got Photodrop is broke the link, but we are Photodrop 2 now with thousands of images. I loaded up a couple more this morning. And exciting news about a sequel or the carry-on of the Holy Grail book. I was going to say Holy Grail book season, but Holy Grail books. Got part 2 coming out very shortly this spring. Pre-orders will be available very shortly, and I know a lot of you are starting to order this book as well. It is absolutely mind-blowing, okay? They missed out with this one, but
the second book might bring attention on the first one, Flat Earth Truth, which is important to me and many of us. So all the Flat Earth British shit is here, okay, guys? Okay, Lee's there, Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and Matt's on Facebook. I use a family name because my Facebook needs to go on his shit. It's got all like fucking school stuff on it. Friends from school, I mean, and fucking globe stuff. Muffler Tataria, Firmament, Starforts, Farshays, Comets, Technasmia, Antiquitech, Shapes, Giants, Maps, Airships, Words, Science, World's Fairs, Resets, Architecture, Art, Weather, Aquatech, Fireplaces, Resources, News, and Activities. And here's my son, who's Boss Dragon Metals. Make sure to subscribe to him. I'll link it up. And massive book resource. If you don't know, on the Flat Earth British Resources page, there's all of these books. We're talking Charles Fort's Book of the Damned. We're talking all them libraries there. We're talking all those maps there and all those miscellaneous stuff there. We're talking everybody who makes contact there, some of the brothers and sisters. Absolutely brilliant website, that. And here is the book and chosen cover. Okay. The Holy Grail of the Great Reset, Questions by Matt Leaker. And I think it's going to kill it on the title, because considering we're undergoing a reset. Pre-orders coming soon. We're talking in a matter of weeks or so. Just basically just polishing up the last few bits, getting it all super fantastic for your enjoyments. This got sent in to me by a guy who's fucking nailed it. The guy's genius. I love it. Antiquitech. I love seeing that, you know, because I work in a bright and weird afternoon. Except Lee said to me, if you're going to say it, man, fucking spell it right. Yeah, thanks, Lee. I had an E instead of the I. So what is it? Okay, now this guy, okay, has got this site. You were invited to play the most important role. It's the Phoenix Group. Okay, they've been going since the 90s. They're a team. They're into green biological wellness technologies. So they're clued up, right? And they're looking for private sponsorship, mentorship, or POD adoption intrigue. So what they're doing, okay, is they're setting out this fella here, who I'm going to have a little call with. And basically, he's offering, like, if we can sell or get any of these fucking things shifted, he's willing to, not that we got a bank account as Flat Earth British, but give Flat Earth British 10%, he was saying, in shares of these buildings. That was brilliant that he's using this Antiquitech. So his selling point doing these buildings up, guys, okay, is genius. And this is what he's saying. He's saying, upgrade your existing Antiquitech and technology. Want your antique technology repaired, upgraded, or more? Do you know someone renovating an ancient temple, church, cathedral, fort, building, or ancient tech? Genius. That'll do it. I'm welcome to my portal. I'll link that up below. I'm going to have a hangout with a guy and see what he suggests, guys, because if it's some sort of earner for us all as a whole, you know, 10% of $1 million is a few quid, isn't it? Yeah. So let's have a think about that. As a raise for Flat Earth British think tank, maybe we can get some land or do something with that. So I'm going back for a minute. There, that was fun. So we all looked at some stuff, but this is sort of a flat day thing. Okay, it's Flat Earth British, it says there. Flat Earth British, Martin. That's mine. Underground kidnappers. They could all be underground. That's where we could have come from. Adam and Eve, Atom and Eve, the propagation, maybe. Who even knows? So let's give you a few of you shoutage, and let me just put a banner up. Now you'll find out, basically, there's my email address there, mattleaker7@gmail.com, and as I said, the Flat Earth British info.com, and I'm going to basically shout a few of you, show you basically a cool video with a bit of tunage for a minute while I shoot off camera for a minute, come back and show you some more images of the day, or some more images, and then I'll basically dive off for the night, because we're talking 2.5 hours now, not too bad. Make sure to share this out. 829 of you. Get a fantastic crowd in here. Jesus, the atmosphere is fucking crazy lately. So Sunshine in the 70s, love that name. Neolia Lindemann,
Anyone researching art, interested in art? Yes, I am. And perhaps in technology, please check out the Liquid Art Leviro Scapella. Weird stuff. Yeah, all right, Will. That sounds like something I would look at. Thank you. Pie Man, good to see you, my friend. Zuckerberg. What a fucking wanker. Excuse my language. Gutenberg, whatever his name, Zuckerberg. He's not like a real bloke. He wouldn't last 2 minutes in my area. They fucking rip him to pieces. Dave Jones. He's not like a bloke at all. It's weird. Stephen Dickinson. Lapis. Okay. This fucking shit sorts of fucking wheat from the chaff, doesn't it? Who's like got bollocks or who hasn't? The masks, yeah? People who I thought were really fucking tough in the past. Some of the hardest gangsters in my neighborhood, right, guys? Fucking do what the telly tells them to do and signs on a bus. Fucking annoying as shit, that is. Greg, good to see you, my friend. Carol Quigley. Hi, Carol. Hey, Martin, mate from Australia. Happy flat day, Australia, because it's already flat day there. Let's try Carol. That's nice. I had that off Shamia. You can see Shamia's website there. You find her on Instagram. You can buy cool hats. This is a nice one, he says. David Jones, good to see you. Stephen Dickinson. Joy, good to see you, Joey. So if you're in crowd now, right, shout in the chat, and then I can see you, and then I can say hi. And then 800 of you can your name be shouted out. Andrew Alderman, good to see you. Squirrel Sniper was awesomeness, awesomely awesome. It was fucking definitely awesome, an essential part of the FEP thing. The whole experience. It's hard to define or even put it in the words. Me and Lee Flat Earth British, we never agree, but we come to like some sort of weird thing in the middle that actually is the reality and works. It's like really strange. I'm actually coming to the conclusion that Lee might actually be God. Actually, I'm coming to the conclusion that what will happen in the future is what I intended to be. It's what we intended to be. Okay, we can't intend or see anything negative or doubtful, because that's where it all falls apart, you see, guys. You have to keep firm, be as stubborn as Martin, never give a fucking inch to these. Never give an inch. Okay? Don't slack off. Okay? Keep giving them the jabs. Never slack off. Not for a fucking second. Do give them a break. So they're gone. Eric, good to see you, my friend. Marcus Way, yay! And Ravenwolf 7, I haven't seen you for ages, man. Good to see you, love. And Rufich Pen Guinea House, Underground Kidnappers. That's the lady who said that. Oh my god, that's something. We always got juice on Flat Earth British. And Stan Wax Burgage. Andrew, I need a drink, I need a smoke. Not jabs, Matt. Says Melage. No, not jabs. It's about something else now, anyway. It's not about the virus. They're lifting it off. Our pedo fucking minister for Wales, yeah, he's like, oh, you can go out. Yeah, you can go four at a time, yeah, and basically don't fucking meet with anyone else. We're having a meeting later in the week whether or not we can open the pubs and restaurants. This might happen in about 6 weeks' time, in time for Easter. We're letting you all out for Easter. You can get pissed again, and we may even chuck on a sporting event. You won't be able to watch it. They'll be on television in the pub, so you can drink. Actually, the pubs you won't be able to go in. You'll stay in the beer garden, which basically is what like British public apparently want. It's booze, sport, and lower vibration bullshit, and that's what they promise them. Fuck off. Don't want none of that. They got nothing they can give you, which they haven't. Anyway, Andrew, good to see you, my brother. Going to get the bookage, please do. This new one is a mind fucking blast. I can see this doing real damage. I really could. First one may have been a little bit advanced, but like with all artists, if that's what I am, it will be popular probably after my death. It'll be popular. It is fucking before its time, and I know the contents of that book. Has the keys for a new start, for everything, and a new book as well. So if you was like not know anything and never had any books, you had 2 of them, you would be able to do everything you needed for a successful survival in this place. Reset. All cleverly done and undeniable. And proved. Which makes it also much better.
got to do an surreptitious nature. You got to trigger thought. You got to trigger critical thinking in these people, guys. Yeah, and then they think for themselves. Don't give them the answers. They got the answers already. They just need verification for the answers. Just point them in the right direction. They'll find it themselves. Isabella, good to see you, lovely. And Joey, and Joe, and all my brethren and sister in Conspiracy as well. Conspiracy Factualist, good to see you as well. Hippie, Chris Maddox, and I am always the light. Are you Emerald? There are Ruby. Well, not anymore. Go and have a look. They changed. Something's happened. Mandala effect or whatever it is. Love the colour of paraffin. Oh, me too. That purpley paraffinness. Oh, I love that. I love that, Julie. Me too, me too, me too. And the smell's not bad as well. Mandala effect. One for a different name. Changes in the Matrix. Grimmy Reaper. Sunshine 70s. Might come on. Jacob Law. See you. And Devona Dewey. Oh, Das. Excuse me. Okay. Right then. I'm going to share screen for a minute because basically I've got to go off screen for a second. I'm going to come back and I'm going to get some more info. I'm going to spend 10 more minutes or so with you. And then that will be me for the day for what is Flat Day Splatooey. Okay. 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 So, let's put this on a minute. Oh, excuse me. I find it helps if I mute my microphone. I'm going to put this on for me. I need the leave camera. I've been on. Well, it was only for a minute. I had to leave the room. So basically, I'm going to show you some more images. I have stacks and stacks of stuff. I've got enough to do another vlog. So what I'm thinking is, because I'm going to be busy tomorrow, I have like a business conference call thing, which is all very exciting. I'll hit you up with what's going on there very shortly. It needs my full attention, basically, and I might not be available to do hours of Flat Day, basically. So it is Flat Day now in many places. So happy Flat Day. Just make believe, okay. And I will try come back hopefully Sunday, or a day or two when everyone catches up with this post, okay? Because these hour-long ones, everyone's still watching them hours long. Anyway, I don't know, Fex, what is going on? You tell me, my friend. Holy shit! You seem panic. Says my brother Ad. My brother, a Slim Pickings. Ooh, business. Yeah, it's exciting. It's Flat Earth British business. You can love it when it all happens like later this week. I can't tell you too much. But but it is exciting and it's flat Earth Britishness. Something we can all love. You'll see. Anyway, Dub C, sup flat Earth, what's up, Dub C, my brethren? Pierre Blum, Merci beaucoup. See, I fucking know. Do you know what? I'm a spy and pretend I speak 10 different languages. Yeah, in my alter ego. Fred Johnson, rooting for the truth. We are all like hardcore truthers here. I'm like proper hardcore. In fact, I'm in a whole new realm of hardcore truther. Okay. Living the Mist, good to see you, love. And happiness to Jen. And Stephen Dickinson, top bloggage. I'm glad you agree. Jilly, who's my friend Jilly. And Sonia Testament, who lights up the world with her smile. We're finding. It's like, thank God, Sonia Testament, because I've never seen you not happy of a day. So it's Glenn. And Art Matters. Now, what we're going to look at now, guys, okay, let me just get rid of these banners stuff, is something really unusual that I've been looking at. Now, okay, Martage, that would be me. They're colour photographs of late 1800s, so they've taken some alterations. They're altered, basically, which you will find in basically all photographs. But what I'm finding is I think these are no people. I really do think that people have been added, and some of them I've caught with bits of whitewashed out on the screen, on the roofs and stuff, and others I've caught, basically technology being covered over. So we're going to basically check that out now. Thank you everyone for joining. Still 700 odd of you there. That is fantastic. We had a really good crowd tonight, and we're very, very grateful. So last 10 minutes or so, check these out. These are fantastic images of color, cities in Germany, and there's something really weird going on. So check this out. Okay, guys, just check. Share the screen. Okay. So, Germany in colour. Now, check these out. They're all different cities, like Berlin, Leipzig, Potsdam. You get, like, look at the size on this. There's no, fountain in it, but it's just like a giant's bowl. Yeah? But the architecture in these places, green dome top, copper tops, and these lampposts, okay? So, according to the official narrative, these lampposts here are apparently gas-powered by dangerous explosive gases. Okay, so apparently every night at dusk, some man comes along, he puts a ladder up to you, he takes the glass off, he comes back down, he lights it up really dangerously, and he does the same again when it gets light. Does that make sense? These lights, they're not electric apparently. You get these big, massive bases to them, and look at them right the way up. Beautiful, most ornate Antiquitech lampposts you can imagine, right, guys? And they say that they lit them up by hand. They also say that they dragged these buses with 2 horses, and they're like 10 ton each, apparently, with people. And I'm not buying that either. You need momentum, but I don't know. It's torture, I think. This guy, he's doing the Masonic one arm in his coat symbol, and he's in the 4 picture. And then I started looking at the shadows, and there so many of them, like with NASA images, are completely different. They've added color. It is altered. Look at this building here. Faceless night setup. Just giant Greco-Romano building. So you can understand why Berlin had terrible, basically, bombing. But look at the color in that. Beautiful colorized images. So they got the Imperial Eagle in gold. The decoration on the Hotel Bavaria is beautiful. Bunko booths. All of the people look like they're added. Don't know if there's anyone there. Something wrong with it all. And they want you to believe that they light these lampposts up in the air. Look, this one's off. So this is the idea, look, right? Imperial Eagle, Imperial Eagle. 2 giant lampposts, wouldn't you agree? Giant bases. And you've got a cross piece of metal, and in the middle is a bulb, right? That has got wires coming off it into there. And they want you to say that the first, it's just
Stop insulting our intelligence. This is a fucking electric. Obviously, there's a wire coming off it. And all of these aerials, that's not a flagpole on there. Okay, that's not a flagpole. There's no flags on it. And what about the portals in the roof? Yeah? It's technasmia, vibrational science. There's a little clock on that bunko booth. A lot of these bunko booths in that plaza, that square. So that's a beautiful shot in itself. Beautiful, clean, but you would expect that of Germany anyway. There's another one in Berlin. It's not too much on the advertising, but I guess in advertising is a thing. Corporate sort of guess maybe a thing. Look at that on Victoria Hotel. 2 giant poles, obelisk on the end. Oh, and one of those plaques, there's nothing on it. Victoria Cafe, and English titles in Berlin. That's weird. So there's one of the Kaiser's Wehrmacht. So this is 1800s. This is Wehrmacht Republic under Otto von Bismarck, who's still around. He hated Adolf Hitler. He said, "Over my dead body will that little shit ever be chancellor," was Bismarck said. And then something happened and he completely flip-flapped and turncoated. Yeah, black fucking male. That's what happened. Toe the line. Oh, we'll be telling everyone about you, old Otto, you dirty old bastard. They had him lovely. Look at this. Mud flood. So beautiful old Technasmia portals in that stone-spired 4 angels churchage. Very, very, very nice. Look at this clock here. Look at this clock here. It's green. It's got lights underneath it. Antiquitech. 5:45. And again, with these lampposts, it's just ridiculous notion. That might be gas, looks like. But look how many of them there are. How long would you take? In reality, right? Say this is your job. Okay, is you just got to illuminate this bit here. Okay, so you start here, ladders up and down, and you got to do it before it gets dark. You're going to be fucked. You can't go nowhere else. That's going to take hours. No. Berlin here is really, really broad boulevards. They're just massively broad for the previous civilization. They couldn't have anticipated the car and the lorry, etc. And these roads are not for horse and carts. It's ridiculous. And neither is the masonry. Look at it. Massive Tatarian or classical Rome and a shitty horse and cart outside. So where's your shadow going? Okay. I seen one photo earlier and they were all over the place. Wonder what this building does. Looks like a little electricity substation. Probably because it is. Jesus. No wonder they splattered Germany in the war. Wow. So that's Market Centre. And this one as well. So these look really like they're not there. They look cartoon. Really, I'm guessing the artist or the person who altered these photographs like sort of shaded for there. Well, even if you converted from black and white to colour, you still see the shadows. That one's going that way and that one's going that way. So there's 2 straight away. She's going that way, that one's going that way. That's impossible. So either he's not taking care with the shadows, but look at the Antiquitech on the roofs, guys. All lit up. Can you imagine this? Saxonia, Hotel Saxonia. Look at these. Tell me that's not electric? Jeez. He's carrying a wheel on his shoulder. For an advanced looking civilization and buildings like that, and he carries a wheel on his shoulder. So, Imperial Germany and the Phoenicians. Way before Hitler. His old man was probably beating shit out of him at this stage because he was a customs bully. But check out that in the middle there. Looks exactly like the one in Philadelphia. Exactly. It's got the same sort of thing on the bottom with the columns. So you've got this large bit in the middle, and that is the Reichstag. I ever imagined it as with a round dome, and it's sort of this dome. Anyway, somebody will burn it out later, and they'll just blame the communists to start a war. Public court case. Worst case you've ever seen in your life is that court case on them communists, apparently, for the Reichstag false flag event. Worst is the Nuremberg war trials. Fuck me, what a travesty that is. Them guys, they ain't worried. They don't give a flying fuck. They're not looking at execution. Ribbentrop's got his feet up and he's picking shit out of his teeth. This is not men who are stressed and looking to get killed. Except for, like, you know, Goering, who's going to take cyanide in his cell. Got a photograph of that? Yeah, it's a guy with, like, froth coming out of his mouth. Here's a photograph. Oh, it must be real then. Not like you can have political asylum, fuck off and go where you want, because this is just all a pretending court case for the people. This is why the television cameras are in you. Yeah? We'll let a few of you go. Albert Speer, you only design buildings. You didn't kill too many. You can go. You're the good champ. So it's just a con, guys, all of it. Look at this. Just a game. Stage set Earth. Look at this beautiful photograph. Look at these buildings here. And these, they're not advertising. They light up for something, though. And this original Bunko booth, which would be, I don't know, arriving portal. I think these are electricity things, these smaller ones. Getting the charge down the road. Like the, you know, the electricity substations of today. So he's completely not there, isn't he? I would say all of these are not in this picture. We're looking at empty streets, and they add the people. In Munich here, 2 giant columns either side. Metal. They look metal, yes. Wow, there's tech. There's a charge between the two of them then, is there? They demagnifying people as they walk through these. You know, these are 2 left over from antiquity. Yeah, maybe. Just like the columns do, or the arches, the Arch of Triomphe. Demagnetized. Let's have a look at this old bridge. Yeah, there's not much going on there, but still these really strange things that are never, ever showing us advertising. They're on there, they're on there, they're on there. You never see like it lit up with advertising like ever. Oh, the old world still very much in evidence in 1800s pictures of German cities. And it's beautiful, isn't it, Germany? Absolutely love the place, love the people. Can't believe we had a war with them. Fuck me. Prefer them than the British. They suck, the moaning bastards. These keeps their fucking streets lovely and clean. They're awful pleasant, brilliant hosts. Look at that old bit of Greco-Romano world. Really nice. And Hamburg. I was first time I was in Hamburg, been a couple of times. I was 18 years of age. And I walked through a tunnel to find the Reeperbahn. And I tell you what, 18-year-old on the Reeperbahn, fucking wallet full of dollars. Fucking hell. Amazing place to behold. When you're young and you ain't seen nothing like that before, fuck me. Look at this massive Italian building. Look how beautiful things were back then. This looks a bit like Torquay. Red bricker. Flowers everywhere, ornate railings, just everything given a dense attention to detail and beautiful. And of course, they got an army of magical little helpers that come along and light all of these gas lights up all over Christendom. Every single one of them. Every single night, every single morning. There's a swan. So, look at the size on these boulevards as well, guys. Look at these 2 domes. Ooh. Antiquitech, and all mud flooders, obviously. That's Waterloo Gardens, like the Battle of Waterloo in Hamburg, which got completely destroyed in World War II. Oh, I've been there. There was a boat going off of here. Like a little pier, and there's boats going off there. Been by there. Been on that. So, yeah, it was fucking excellent. I loved Hamburg. I'd go there again. Look at that on there. Antiquitech. That same building. That tunnel was weird. You see it in the James Bond film. Fuck me, look at that. Antiquitech OD. It was just enough room to get like one
cart, but it went on for like half an hour. I seen one person walking through it the other way, and I just pointed and said, San Pauli. He went, yep. It was like, ka-ching. So, Hamburg. Look at all the Antiquitech on this. Giant aerials. The whole thing is just... Some stuff's been taken out, though. I noticed a couple of roofs have been whitewashed as well. They've added the colour to the vanilla skies. You can see their vanilla skies. Look at this, though. For the railway stations all over Christendom, exactly the same. These arches later get blocked out. And they all look like palaces, and they're all full of tech. For the old... Can you imagine what the older world looked like, guys? You know, before the mud flood. So that's Dresden, completely incinerated, World War II. One of my favourite cities to look at is Dresden architecturally. It's out of this world. Out of this world. So, did they have television back then? No, I'm just saying, because they got like a television aerial. The rest look like pencil in the background, but yeah, television area. Yeah, definitely television area. Nothing new under the sun. Maybe they did. Further back resets. How would you even know? Maybe they had It's a Knockout in the town square. Yeah, Royal It's a Knockout. Worst, Leipzig, Hitler's favourite city, apparently. And more mud flooders. Look at the size of these buildings. The ones in Germany got completely splattered World War II. They're not letting this stuff stand. Look at that. Every building's got fucking technet. Oh, can I get a look? Oh, look at that on there, though. Them two on there. Can you see them? Holy shit, ski. Oh, look at that, though. So, Breslau has got a beautiful, crazy atmosphere. Oh, astronomical clock. They all were. Strange water tech outside. Looks like the top of a church. Really high up gas lights. There's one there as well. Apparently gas. 1931, that is. Where's the cars? Where's the Nazis? Oh, yeah. He wasn't. Oh, yeah, he was in power a year later, wasn't he? He did some voodoo. Went back to his village and found a mandrake root, apparently, according to the official narrative. Look at these guys, these lampposts. Do you really think? I don't buy that gaslighting thing. So look at these. Hundreds of light bulbs, maybe, or capturing energy. None of them will ever be flagpoles. Crazy big tower. Can't imagine what it did. Wow, what a world. Breslau. No cars. And, oh, look at that light there. Cool, he must have been a dangerous job being a gaslighter. I'm just saying. Just saying, yow. So, yeah, beautiful Germany. Whoa, look at that. So Phoenician, it's hard to even explain. So Hitler, yeah, he had like in the war, he was like, oh, I'm gonna have my own art. Yeah, all of that farty-tarty stuff, we're not having any of that, you know, or any of that avant-garde stuff. Yeah, we're not having any of that. Okay, we're having classical art. So that's what they did. The Nazis just had like their stuff, their style, their classical art. Nothing too avant-garde or anything non-classical. So the Englischer Hof there, considering we had a war, there's a lot of stuff in Germany at this period named after us, but basically it's the same people, isn't it? Their royal family was our royal family. You know, Coburg Gotha. Just change it to Windsor. We'll have to change our German names. We're actually at war with Germany. You know this, don't you? Look at this. Oh, wow. That's Hamburg again. Hamburg again. That's a fantastic fucking building there. Wow, look at that. They're bells. Well, it's made of metal, so I guess it could get a charge across. Subtle. Enough to, like, you know, you just get a little tickle if you're touching it, not dead. And all of the buildings in Hamburg are just completely splattered with Antiquitech. It's hard to even imagine. So, oh, these could be a bit of brown churchage going on. Okay. See what happened? Like the brown church, like there was like 500,000 or something. It's like, I don't really like these people. Plus, like, you know, they could take power. He literally got rid of them all. Like an entire army. He got rid of them all. And the main army didn't even like him. It's a really, really weird show how things chopped and changed and turncoated in the early days of the Nazis. But they were persuasive. They took lessons from Stalin. Just get the people with fear and terror, and they're in your hands. So that's what they did, really. Fear and terror over the people. Check this out. Wow, that is beautiful. I was thinking, when this bullshittery, if it ever ends, which it will, I'm going to go to travel to basically Port Marion, and I want to play chess on the chessboards that was played chess on the Prisoner. I want to go Port Marion. That's what I'm going to do this summer. I'm going to visit Port Marion. I've said it, so I'll do it. Look at this. It's fantastic, isn't it? I bet it smells nice too. Germans have nice food. Should have mentioned food. I'm hungry now. Oh, bugger. It's time. Well, I've been talking for 3 hours nearly. Look at this, though. Obeliskage. Water feature. Hardly any people around. And all of this tech on top. Holy moly. Yeah, it's very beautiful. And these, look. Do you ever see them advertising on them? Lucky. Never, guys. Ever. It's just bullshit. So they're nice. They're coming back. Yay. Flat of British, flat a day effort on a Friday night, which is flat a day actually in Australia, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, so hope you all enjoyed the show. I think the first bit concerning a lamppost, as I have gone on about the whole post, I think that is basically a smoking gun. That is the most bullshit narrative ever, and we can prove that it's not so. And they're gaslighting us, using the film gaslighting, the phrase gaslighting, and their narcissistic psychopathic traits. Okay, because they have got narcissistic psychopathic traits, have they not? Gaslighting all of us. Say one thing, they change it daily, they say one thing and another, nothing makes any fucking sense. Yeah? Wear a mask, wear 2 masks, wear 3 masks. You can smell a fart through masks. They're bullshit. They're just giving the illusion of safety. Plus, the people are so fucking stupid, they can't even notice or see the gaps down here. Yeah? So, what do you mean, like, these gaps? It's what we've got to deal with, guys. It's really fucking annoying. So, anyway, loving a miss. Good to see Squirrel Sniper and Tatalia Meltage. Amazing vlog each y'all. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that. Saturday and Saturday and upside down. It is Saturday in Australia. I thought of this before the vlog, so it is sort of a flat day show. Connie Lingus. I love your name, Connie. Just sums up. Perspective, nice name. These mushrooms are hitting me hard. Send some to me, brah. Amanda, who is 7 Ravenwood, Fisher, Simozia, Carol Quigley, and Psycho Dave. Epic Psycho Dave. Nice to see you here in time. And Asus, yeah, at this moment in time, everything's a reason, isn't it? It's just really weird life. And our sons, let me go through. Grimy Reaper. Ooh, I can hear my stomach rumbling from here. Bedazzle. Nice one. Mr. Smith comes out of anyone not awake. Fucking bang on there, mate. Anyone can become a Mr. Smith and turn on your ass. It's like, just crazy. How, people who are just intelligent enough to work out the masks make no fucking difference whatsoever. And basically, you go further, that all of this is bullshit. There's nothing really happening. They did a cracking job pretending that there was a plague, though, didn't they? Everyone believed it. Still ongoing. They're pulling shit forever now. You wait till winter. Oh, you're going to be locked in all next winter. Yeah, because it'll be flu season, which happens naturally. And we've only given you the jab. You've got to keep having other jabs. But there's no other strains. So you're going to have more jabs forever and ever. Amen. Fuck off. Matthew, good to see you. Get Martin to take you. To Port Marion. Yeah, I'm going to go to Port Marion. I thought that last night. I thought, yeah, I'll do that. Bro T, good to see you. Fatima Love, good to see you as well. I hope you enjoyed as well. Good, you did. Blue Sky. Batten Night. Oh, Batten. Stick with Flat Earth British stuff. We turn your life around. You'll be the happiest person in your street soon. Okay? Just take a Martin lessons. How not to give a fuckness. Yeah, it's just easy to do. You just not give a fuck. Werewolf. Nice name. Jilly, who's my friend. Sausage and black bread and mustard. Oh, fucking hell. I'm coming, says our Melage. And Joy. Good to see you, Joy. And Fred Johnson's there as well. Carol Rocky's there as well. And anyone else who I haven't mentioned. Sorry if I haven't mentioned you. Bill Myler. Love as well. There you are. Okay, what's I saying? People are pincushions. They will be. It's fucks with your intrachromatic system as well. Think about it with acupuncture, just sticking needles in everywhere. Can't be right. Well, it's not, basically. They're fucking with that too. So love to you, Isabella. At Matters. Night Munchies are calling. Flat thumbs to all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for 30,000 subscribers this week on the Martin Leaker channel. There's so many of you watching my post tonight. Almost 900 of you. I guess with Facebook as well. Quite a few. So we're getting that every vlog now. So it's absolutely fantastic. We more. Okay, so make sure to share this out. Make sure to get the Flat Earth British truthness out there, guys. Okay, for the new year. Okay, that's me. So, blessings as well, Marcus. Art McCartney, good to see you as well, my friend. Blessings to you all. Lovely lessons. I will wish you are on you. Big ups, okay, and up the vibration, okay. Keep faith in the Most High. He's got our backs, guys. We can't lose. We just won. It's just a matter of time. I told you all to chill out. Don't panic. Didn't I? Didn't I? We'll do that. Chill out. Don't panic. We are on this shit. Just finish them off. Slim Pickers, fat thumbs to you, my friend. And everyone else who I haven't seen. Sonia Testament, thanks. I hope you enjoyed the show. You did. Jibby Jedi, my brother. Keep up amazing work, my brother. Jibby Jedi and me go way back. Yeah, when we were like training as Jedis. We learned basically the Jedi mind trick together. Didn't we, Jibby? Yeah. These are not the drones you're looking for. I do it all the time. I am wearing a mask. Fuck off. Oh, you're wearing a mask. Fuck off. No, not really. A Jedi mind ashy trick. Jedi. How did I say that wrong? Jedi mind tricked your ass is what I meant to say. Come on, all wrong. So Sandy Maynard, good to see you, and Audrey Bear as well. Good to see you as well. And Annabella, I think I said that one. And Flat Plain Oregon, and Knuckle Dave's in. Hi Dave. Half your turd eye. Oh, half your turd eye. I get it. You're good at this. Got a few decodes anyway. One of these from Mel. Everything seems to be ship related, doesn't it? So afterwards, okay, is aft on a ship and forwards. Afterwards is aft forwards or after towards as well. So it's always like the ship and the Phoenician sort of narrative. What about double think? Caretaking. So when they're caretaking, what are they doing? Well, they're taking the care away, aren't they? So what do you do? Oh, I'm a caregiver. Oh, that's different. Oh, what if you're a caretaker? You're taking the care. Yeah, you probably are. Taking the care and taking a piss. So any etymological things, any solutions on the Womble code, write it all down. It's probably anagrams. And they are Bam Adam Chalet, they're all geographical locations. I think they mean something. I really do. Okay? I do. I think it's connected because we got brainwashed with this shit when we were children with the, underground, overground wombling free. So I sung it on the way to school. It couldn't get it out of your head, out of your brain. So no, the war's been won, Marcus. This is why they just locked down the whole of humanity for the last year when we busted their ass last year and exposed them. Too many people are waking up now for us to be really sad. Okay, there's millions waking up literally daily. Okay. They're trying to suppress it by bringing in their chief shillo channels. They can't do shit. They've lost their power. Okay, and they ain't got no juice and they don't make no sense. And they sounded stupid now anyway, all of them. So can't be bothered. We won. Anyway, love and light. Flat firms. I'm going to basically fill my stomach with foodage, probably chips or something, because I'm starving. Okay. Love and light. Be good, and I'll see you on the next one in a day or two. I'll try and get back for Sunday if I can. Make sure to share this out, please. My new book is coming very, very soon. You'll be able to do pre-orders, okay? And I'll be shouting that before. And all of the links that I've just presented, I'll put in the descriptions box below this video, following this video, okay? After I put the kettle on, I made food. half hour or so. So anyway, thank you all. Thank you, Laura Lamonde. Laurie Lamonde. I'm very sorry. Terrible at pronouncing. And JJ Hempcrete in here. Hi, JJ. What's happening, brother? Good to see you, my friend. JJ Hempcrete. Who's always about. And Finishing Bear. It's beautiful, Martin. Even my boomer father-in-law is admitting he's got questions about the moon landings. Well, that's the easiest of them. That's fucking ridiculous, isn't it, the moon landings? Obviously, that's the worst. That's just insulting everybody's intelligence, that one. Gobsmacker. Zinoru. TJ. Or JT. God, I've seen that backwards, and that's really weird. Rebecca, good to see you. Matthew. Lost that, Matthew, my friend. And Stu, again. Perspective I've actually called. And Tata, Jilly. Tata. Oh, thanks, Mel. Thanks, moderators, for keeping an eye on my chat. Not that we have many trolls in, but it's nice to have you guys there anyway. For any stupid behavior or people who are not nice like us. Okay? Now, what I said about narcissists, keep a lookout for them, guys. Recognize them. Okay? You might be even living with one. Maybe a lot of people are. And with all this craziness, being intensified, the narcissistic trait, some of you might be suffering. I hope not, but it's nice to know anyway, okay? That's what I tell you. Okay? We're being gaslit. And we have been gaslit. And it's ongoing. Anyway, now you know. Anyway, peace and love. See you on the sea. See you later.